everyone! Happy Friday! We are back for another great week of Freaky Friday. So, really curious, how was your guys' week? So let me know in the chat, where are you watching from? What was your most highlight of the week? And if you really want to, what was your worst part? But let's stick with the highlights this week, because, I've been told lately I'm just getting a little bit serious, so I gotta lighten things up a bit. So I'm gonna work on that, and I thank you, everyone, for sharing that information. Say, hey, we want to have more of a party scene, less of a we're all gonna die kind of concept on Friday. So we're gonna make this a party. Now, as you know, mi casa is su casa, so leave your shoes at the door. The bars are always open, so fix yourself a drink. Better yet, make it two. Now, we got snacks galore if they're out there, although be careful because you might pick up M&Ms and find out that inside, somebody put jelly beans just to mess with you. Yeah, that would be my son. Thanks, Gage. You know how irritating it is to take that, pop it open, and then find out it's not chocolate, it's a jelly bean? Man, that totally messed my night up. Smokes and vapes are welcome. Have some fun. But let's find out who's hanging out with us tonight. So right off the bat, look at that. Ashley. How you doing, Ashley? Hi, everyone. Freaky Friday fam time. You know it, girl. Rosalind. There's my girl. How you doing? I hear you're a little under the weather. I'm so sorry to hear that, dear. Get to feeling better soon. Glad you're joining us. Sorry you won't be on stage, but either way, our prayers and wishes go out to you. And Sarah Kira says, weird. Figured Serenity would be backstage by now. You must be helping Wild Angel set up. She broke it, man. I had nothing to do with it. I was running in here, and she's like, it won't let me log in. I don't know. I gotta go. You're on your own. So I think she made it. We'll find out later. I don't know. If not, then she'll come in here and sit next to me, and we'll co-host or something. It'll be fun. Brittany, there she is. We have missed you so much, Britt. Thanks for coming back, girl. You have an invite. You are welcome to jump up on stage with us. And Wild Angel says, hi, everyone. Britt says, hi. Smiley girl, look at that. Man, we got a house full of pretty women here. This is great. Happy Friday, Smiley. Good to have you with us. And Connor McCool, the man with the coolest name in town. Always a brother to have nearby, so good to see you, Connor. And yes, that would be Crow. For anybody who doesn't know, that's Crow. Yeah, I haven't called him Connor McCool unless he was in trouble at work, and I only did that like once, maybe twice, so. We call him Crow, the bird we all love. And Mom! Hi, Mom! How you doing? Glad you could join us. And of course, me. Hey, wait, see, who's ready to party? Yes, we're going to have a party tonight. And Alpha Cruise, there it is. Damn, that's evil. What is evil? What? It is evil, isn't it? Who puts jelly beans in M&M containers, man? Something is wrong with this person. Yeah. It's like, it should be listed on like the 7 sins. Do not tease someone with chocolate and give them jelly beans. That'll flat get you hurt. Only place and a few women in crypto. Exactly, Alpha. And I'm honestly very honored to be around these amazing women because I find out in a lot of ways they're smarter than I am. I think it's great. I love it. Oh, I don't know that. It was the jelly bean thing. Yes, gotcha, Alpha. Okay, so speaking of beautiful women, happen to have at least one backstage, so let's bring him on out here. So, of course, it wouldn't be a party without the lovely Miss Wild Angel. How you doing, love?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Going pretty good. It's been a wild week. How's your week been?
Really crazy.
Oh, good. Not just mine.
But I only have 125 audits left to finish by the end of next week.
Is that good?
That's really good, considering I started with over 600 the beginning of the month.
Nice job. Russ says, lightning cinnamon bun candle on a Saturday morning. Yeah, that is evil, Rose. Yeah, everybody wakes up, oh my God, we have cinnamon rolls. Not just candle. That gets killed in my house. Somebody would hurt you, I guarantee it.
That would get somebody killed.
Yeah, Alfred's like, oh my God, that is so bad. Go Wild Angel, you can do it. I agree.
I appreciate the cheerleading, guys, because this is the last week of audit season. Once this is done, it's all cleanup from here. And so it has been crazy because we started basically January 1, started with audits filtering in, and then March 1, it exploded. And there was 5,000 audits to do since March 1.
Gotcha. Well, you're in the home stretch.
We're down to the last 125.
You got this. So, see, Sarah says, when our house smells like cinnamon, there's non-zero chance it's because I made cinnamon bun apple pie. That sounds so good. Don't even start on the food, damn it. I'm stuck
Send
with
me
jelly
that
beans, man.
recipe.
Stop teasing me. This is not okay. Speaking of teasing me, the man who always loves to cause chaos and confusion, and I love him for it because he always keeps me on my toes, none other than Mr. Cyro Cure.
Wow, my correction of my spelling was still wrong.
It's
Wait,
been one of
spelling's
those
important?
weeks. We're okay.
I noticed that like right after I hit enter and I like started to fix it, and it was like right when you were getting ready to throw me up on stage. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go.
Man, it's Friday. We don't care. You know what? Have a drink. It'll be okay. Cheers. Bink. There you go. That's my man. All right. How's your week been, Sarah?
Right there. Huh?
How's your week?
It's good. It's good. Can't complain.
Well, to be honest with you, even if you did, nobody really cares, man. I'm sorry, but that's the honest truth.
Ouch.
It is. I mean, think about it. People ask you, walking by the grocery store, how's your day going? Great. How's your day going? Great. We say, horrible. My wife just died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Goodbye. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a social nicety. It's some societal norm, and everyone like has this general understanding that it's just meant as a greeting, not a because they actually want to know, right?
Yeah, not a
But that does
sincere
nothing but
question.
reinforce disconnect and isolation, right? Because then you get in the habit of replying with "I'm okay" or "I'm good" when you're really not.
Right. Exactly. So, but then again, the flip side, you say, hey, how was your day? And somebody actually stops and tells you about their entire day. You're like, dude, I got places to be. I was just being nice. I got to go. Oh, God, I love it. So one person I always know has some crazy stories and an interesting event, because I know where he works, none other than Mr. Crow himself. How you doing, Crow?
Hi,
I'm
Crow.
doing great. You just described Ron Beats and Wiley Harsh to a T.
Yep.
These are two people you walk up, hey, how was your day? And it's not just like, here's how my day's been going and here's how my weekend was. It was like, well, I was born in 1998. It was a
Oh.
full moon. You get their whole life story every single time. It's like, dude, I was just asking how your weekend was or how your day was going.
Yep. The Crows has landed. Yes, he has. I love it. So I always answered, still breathing. Hey, that's a good one, Rose. I'm going to have to do that. Still above the dirt. Life is good. Yeah, Britt, we got to work on this math. 1998. I know. I caught that too.
That's a year out.
Wow, we
Anytime-
got to work on your math.
Anytime the cashier like goes to card me, I'm just like, my birth year begins with a 1 as I'm handing over my ID.
I love that. That's great. Awesome. So we got a couple more people backstage, and you know we're getting kind of dominant up here. Got too much testosterone. We need to bring up some more beautiful ladies. That would be none other than Miss Smiley Girl. How you doing?
Hi, I am great today. How are you?
Doing
Miss
awesome.
Smiley.
Hi. How are you, Sai?
Doing good.
Good.
Well, doing well would be the grammatically correct way to say it.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Do Good, yeah. Okay. Crow gets it. Inside joke. We'll tell you about it later. Smiley, how has your week been, my dear?
Good. And today was especially good because I went outside.
Oh, woohoo!
I left my screen and I hung out with a friend today and talked. I talked for like 3 hours and I'm back here to talk some more. I like to talk.
Perfect. Well, you're in the right place because we're going to do a lot of talking.
I'd
And
like to talk to you.
yeah, I went outside a couple days ago and I ended up working on a truck all day. It's like, no, I'll stay in my office. Thanks. It's much safer in here and I'm a lot cleaner.
Went outside once. Don't like it. Don't recommend it.
That bright thing in the sky, that shit burns, man.
The green stuff on
Especially
the
as
ground,
a
it like made me had a rash. It was bad.
Yeah. The hell. It's like, what is that movie? The Lorax, where the guy's talking about trees and the leaves, they just fall. Oh my God. You guys remember that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like the way we are with sunlight going outside. Oh God, no. Don't make it happen.
All my plants are at work, because I live in a house full of vampires. The curtains are always closed. There's never any natural sunlight in the house.
Nope.
I'm always having to go around and like turn on all the lights because Rose and Lily will sit there in like complete darkness with their little screen in front of them, either Rose on her phone or Lily on her tablet. And I'm like, I can't see shit.
Exactly. If it causes cancer, yeah, that thing's not good for you. She's the literal embodiment of sunshine. She is. I agree with that. And yes, Smiley, you did have a compliment on your background, by the way. I think that's absolutely awesome. I love the sunset. I'm just curious, where are you going?
I'm going to Freaky Friday, and so I needed to be freaky.
Well, you're in the right spot for freakiness, because we got all that and so much more.
Nice.
Excuse me. Sorry, I wolfed down a dinner salad just before coming on. And I'm like, I asked for a little bowl. Say, little tiny bowl. She brings me this decent-sized cereal bowl I can mount. Like, what's smaller than normal? It's like, that's going to hurt.
Usually he gets a whole mixing bowl size.
Not going to lie, yeah. I'll take one of the, I don't know, like 1 gallon mixing bowls. Like, fill that thing half full of lettuce, then start pouring. I love salad.
Well, and we do all the fixings. All the cucumbers and peppers and everything. So,
See, I had a salad tonight too. So what we did is we took some lettuce, right? And we had some beef and we had some cheese and there was some like nacho cheese as well. And then there were like some crispy little bits and things like that. And then, you know, I put some dressing on there. The dressing was hot sauce, and then I put it inside of a tortilla and had my burrito.
sounds like a taco
Ooh.
salad taco.
I like
The
it.
joke is that it was just a little bit of lettuce that goes with every taco.
three little shreds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done.
I was walking around work with a bag of celery because I was hungry. And I was staying late and I was just sitting there munching on celery. I kept walking around to everyone who was staying late, like, hey, want a piece of celery? And everyone kept looking at it like, oh my god, what are you eating? The green stuff.
It's bad. So, speaking of working late and staying up late, I know somebody who's staying up late just to hang out with us tonight. That'd be none other than Mr. Alpha Cruz himself. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I mean, as good as you can be tired, but excited to be here at least. I had to make sure to
Awesome.
dope myself on some caffeine to stay awake. Because last week I just fell asleep. I think it was like 1 o'clock. I was like, I can make it. Next thing I knew, I was like, oh damn, it's 9 o'clock in the morning again. You know what? Is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
And that's okay.
You just got to start taking a nap at like 10 p.m., right? You go and you take a nap, and then you get back up, a couple hours later, you join us on the stream, and then you get back to bed.
you see, the thing
Exactly.
is, I'm scared that the moment I fall asleep at night, I'm gonna wake up the next morning like 5, 6 o'clock, and it's like too late. So I don't take the risk. Just like I have to suffer it through. I'll drink some coffee. I'll be fine. I'll keep myself busy with
Exactly.
work.
And
Sometimes there isn't
Man.
enough work, and that's the problem.
that's it. You cut out there for a sec, Alpha. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over top you, buddy. But you got ladies shouting your name in the crowd. And you're like a rock star down there. Look at that.
Hey, Alpha, I got a question for you. I know you DM'd me about the post office. Did your box actually get there?
I had someone go check, and like the post office people are saying that like they don't seem to have a box for me there, so someone's going to go check again tomorrow morning, taking my ID to go see. So we'll know tomorrow. But yeah,
Somebody got confused somewhere.
yeah, I think so, because like I got 2 SMSs saying like it has been delivered at the post office. I'm like, but that's weird, because like why would it go to the post office there when like the area that they dropped it in is quite far from me? I think it's quite a few kilometers, so it's stupid to go there when there's a post office like 10 minutes drive away from me. So I was like, okay, you're dropping it 40 minutes away when it's like 10 minutes away. So I just asked someone to go check, and then like the feedback was like the post office don't even know about it. And I'm just like, okay, we'll find out tomorrow again.
It'll show up, or maybe it'll come back. I don't know.
See
Yeah,
what you
we'll
do,
see.
Alpha Cruz. What you do, right, is you are currently experiencing a need in infrastructure, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So, if you can figure out how to solve that situation, you can monetize it. You know, like let's say you and a couple people get together and maybe buy a couple of larger drones capable of carrying some weight, and then offer a subscription service that people can sign up for, pay a little monthly fee, and then what you guys do is you collect the mail, right, for the people who live kind of far out there or whatnot, and then you hook them up to the drones, send the drones out there, they drop it off and fly on back, right?
That would be dope. Would be very convenient. Although I'm a little scared of doing that in my area because it's not the best place for stuff like that.
That's what I was saying. Just don't fly over Crow's house.
For like a $200 drone to be flying around, I don't think that's a good idea. Not here. Maybe even in a little more expensive area. I think it'll be good there.
See, that's why you attach a little parachute to the package so you can drop it from up high, and then just check
Like
the bushes.
package incoming.
Delivered.
Geronimo.
Take a picture and send it to them. This is where it
As
landed.
it's falling. I like
Being
it.
delivered. It's in your hands now. Bye.
Exactly.
Not my
Go climb the tree. It's up there. And Britt's got to drive to Dallas tomorrow. 4 hours. Ugh. What are you doing in Dallas, Britt? There's nothing good down there. Ooh, yeah, I agree. And Smiley asked, do you have something to listen to on your drive? Good question, because if not, I know Cyril has some amazing music they should be checking out.
I was just gonna say, like, there's a whole playlist on Spotify actually, and as well on YouTube. YouTube has 2 extra songs that the Spotify doesn't.
Gotcha. Well, shoot me the link, and I'll post it down here in the chat.
All right.
I'll go find it or I'll get lost. So we know how that goes. It's like, oh, look, squirrel. And away I go. And yes, Wild Angel, you get to go to Kansas City. What's that all about? We're in Idaho. What are you doing in Kansas City?
Well, we have a national association that gives us accreditation for the Department of Insurance. And so they do summits, like workshops and stuff like that. And in September, I have been asked to go because we are looking at onboarding one of the programs that they are focusing on. And so they want me to go and learn about it. And in those last couple of days, but the first 3 days, they want me to start cross-training on other types of regulation. So I'm kind of excited.
Absolutely.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they pay for it?
100%.
Nice.
Yep. It is a reimbursable trip. And they'll pay for my flight, my hotel, everything, anything that I don't pay for with one of their P cards. I just save the receipts and I can submit for reimbursement.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool.
Full
Strip club.
reimbursement, don't have to worry about a per diem.
Not that I'm aware of. I'll get more details. I've never been asked to travel. And so we'll go over that closer over the summer. It's kind of cool.
That is way cool. Congrats.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, and Britt, right there is the link to Cyril's Mega Hash, his entire playlist. And there's some amazing songs. Now, guys, if you have not gone out and listened to these songs, do it, because there's something for everyone. I don't care if you're into heavy metal or you like country, soft rock, pretty much anything you want. There's something on this list that you're going to enjoy. And even better, the messages involved within these songs are pretty phenomenal. So,
Well, thank you.
absolutely, I highly recommend them. Share it to your friends and family. Tell them to like, subscribe, and let's push this out, because this is, the next rock stars going to be made in the AI world. And so, make no mistake, we're not going to go see concerts anymore, or very rarely. It's going to be all brought into us in VR. Put it on our headset, be standing front row. It'd be awesome.
Won't have to worry about getting stuck in the mosh pits.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. I can't go to concerts, right? It's too much overstimulation because of other people, right?
Mhm.
So I went to a concert because my dad got me tickets for a Christmas present one year to see Breaking Benjamin play, and loved the show. It was fantastic. They wound up performing 2 full sets because they're from this area, right? So this is their hometown concert, right? And they did their full set, and then when they walked off stage, the entire crowd was it was this solid, steady roar sound of the entire crowd. And this went on for a solid 10 minutes. Like, we didn't stop. And then the band came back out and played a whole nother set. They played like another 7 songs. It was crazy. But it was tough because it was standing room only. You know, you're jam packed. I managed to find a spot, you know, where the wall was against my back, but people were still pushing and shoving past me just to get towards the front. And it was like, no.
I can see that. So I'm curious, guys. You know, some of you like concerts, some don't. Britt says she has 2 concerts this summer. If I had to ask you, what was the best concert of your lifetime that you've ever been to? I'll go first. So I'll give you time to think. So I'll go first. So it's a real tough call because when I was in high school, a buddy of mine, Brandon McCurdy, his stepdad worked at BSU, Boise State University. So he got 2 free tickets to every concert that came through. So even though I was a poor kid on the wrong side of the tracks, I got to go see all of the top names: Def Leppard, Aerosmith, Peter Gabriel, pretty much everybody who came to town that his parents didn't want to see. We got to go, so it was awesome. And I think probably the best, just all around entertaining, I would have to say, is Aerosmith Permanent Vacation Tour. That's going way back. I know that's my age. Hope Givers. Mom says Johnny Cash years ago in California. Wow. That's very cool.
Well, my daughter would say, oh God, I can't remember the guy's name. She was like 4 or 5. And she was in love with this singer. And he played at our River Festival. So we got to go see his concert. And we were trying to get up because he was doing autographs, and these guys, big guys, knew she was trying to get up there. They made a hole for her straight to the gate. She gets up there. She goes, "Can you marry me?" And he says, "You know, I really would, but my wife might get mad at me." She just looks at him because her dad and I had been divorced. So at 4, she knew what divorce was. She goes, "That's okay. You can divorce her." Oh. The look on his face was like, oh my God. Everybody started busting up. Yeah, that was great. It was probably one of the best. But she proposed to him, and he very politely declined.
Oh.
I bet
But
you
it was-
who tells that story.
Probably. But it was so cool because she's trying to get up there, and I'm trying to nudge in to, you know, get her up there before he quit signing autographs. And she was starting to cry because it was so tight. She's autistic as well. And it was really tight. So she was starting to cry.
Oh.
And one guy looks down. He says, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm trying to get her an autograph." And he says, "Hold on just 1 minute." He elbows 2 of his buddies, and he's like, points down. Next thing I know, there is a solid wall of like brick shithouse guys on both sides parting the Red Sea. And she immediately got to the gate. So it was
Nice.
cool. I know for me, Godsmack is probably one of my faves. In concert, we've seen him a couple times now. Yeah. And yeah, he's like, the drum battle is so
Oh.
cool.
That is epic.
So yeah.
What about you, Sai?
I mean, I've been to 2 concerts. The headliner was the same both times, Breaking Benjamin. But I would say probably the most recent one that I went to, because I got to sit on a hill, I couldn't see shit except like a little bit of the screen way down there. That was behind the band, but I got to hear it. I got to enjoy the experience without having a bunch of people around me. So that's probably my favorite one.
I can see that. How about you, Alpha?
On your terms.
Yeah.
Wow, we don't have much concerts here, and unfortunately, the only ones I can remember is when it was church things, and this was quite a while ago. But the reason I remember it is because I was part of the people that organized everything. That part I enjoyed. I enjoyed getting to talk to people, with less people and not as much things, and just like working on organizing everything. But the part where it was just like a lot of music and everyone around me and clustered, that was not fun. Kind of claustrophobic, so it wasn't fun at all. Most of the time I'd stay like for maybe 5 minutes and I'd walk out and then come back and see how's the vibe and then go back out again. And then I just go chill maybe with some of the organizers instead. So, that's me at concerts, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Not much for that.
Hey, everybody's different, especially in the part of your world. I guess that's probably one of the limitations here in the main states or even in Europe and stuff. We see the main bands. But yeah, down there it might be very different. And Britt says, or 3 Days Grace in a bar before they were famous.
Oh.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That would be epic.
I still remember to this day, my 21st birthday, and it fell on a Tuesday. Weird as hell. But in downtown Boise, yeah, literally. So a bar in downtown Boise on a Tuesday night, which happened to be my birthday, Nazareth performed. And so my first experience in a bar, I got to see Nazareth up close and personal, drank until I got sick repeatedly. It was still a hell of an event. It was that rite of passage. Like, okay, now I'm really stupid. Yeah, something about being up close in a small area. Like I saw Seether a few years ago. Took my daughter to her first concert to see Seether at a place here downtown. And absolutely loved it because there's just a different environment in like a small bar or little
Smaller
event area. Venue. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, you can just feel it. It's very different. So I can see that. How about you, Smiley?
There is a small town outside of Paris called Saint-Germain-en-Laye, and inside there is a ginormous pipe organ, and it is the most beautiful music I've ever heard in my life. I sat in there and listened to the organist play song after song, and it gave me goosebumps, and it was just incredible, and I didn't want to leave after it was done. I just wanted to sit there and feel the music. That was the best concert ever.
That would be amazing.
That does. That sounds earth-shattering. And, I've been to a few of those where literally I've sat, I think the first time we saw Shinedown, half the concert I was in tears. You can ask Wild Angels, like, yeah, I just could not stop because the emotion was so high. Mm-hmm. And I know what you mean, Smiley, because that's awesome. When you have that just reaches your soul, those are amazing.
It is.
To add to that real quick, like, people underestimate the raw impact that you experience if you're standing next to an original full-size organ playing full stops, it's a very vibrational experience because it is a lot of sound waves and it's intense.
Absolutely. Britt was sneaking in at 16. Girl, you're just a problem child. You must come from a whole long line of problem children. Oh, wait, your family. I know you do. Yeah. Thanks for giving that good presentation of our respectfulness in society, Britt. Oh, wait, we don't have any. Never mind. It's okay. How about you, Crow?
I'd have to say it was, I can't remember when it was, but I went and saw Floggy Molly with my best friend. And that was so awesome. And I think the part that I remember the most was I was sitting there listening to music and I was in the back and he went up towards the mosh pits and he was doing that. And all of a sudden I get this text message. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but it was, the gay, flamboyant, shirtless man has kidnapped me. So I went searching for him because I thought he was in trouble.
Oh.
And no, it turns out this guy ended up like picking him up and like kept like taking him to different mosh pits and stuff, and he was having the best time ever. But he texted me that as a joke, but I didn't take it as a joke. I'm just searching for him, like, where the hell did he go?
See, that's pretty funny. I would send something like that just to be spiteful. It's like, let's watch him panic.
Yeah.
Well, how everybody's just like, what do you say to that, really, honestly?
Well,
Not much.
well, it sounds like it was definitely an experience, that's for sure. Well, is it really a night out if there's not a bit of panic involved?
No. Wait, there's supposed to be days without panic? What's the fun in that? So it's like, there's a line in this movie, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was way back when I was a kid. And yes, I'm doing the way back in my day thing. I'm old, I can do that. I hate saying that. But a movie I saw, and I don't remember what it was. The line was, "This is good, I was getting rusty on panic." And ever since I heard that, every time something happened in a car where it's like a near miss, something like that, I was just like, whew, that was good, because I was getting rusty on panic. And everybody's looking at me like, the hell did you just say? Really? Yeah. It's my favorite one-liner when something goes horribly wrong.
Well, the one-liner that I love, I don't need a recipe for disaster. I'm great at eyeballing things.
Ooh. I like that. That's a good one. I got to remember that. So, okay. We've gone through a couple things. Now, of course, as you guys know, the theme tonight is games and gambles. So I've got some information I want to share with you. Because, first of all, I want to talk to the gamers out there. Now, if you are a gamer and you happen to play Modern Warfare 3, I want to share something with you that you may not know about. And I lost it. Seriously? So I can't have nice things. I got an alert on my phone that Modern Warfare 3 is giving out a gift packs. And I'm going to turn off the audio share so I don't share my audio. That'll screw you guys up. So if you play Modern Warfare 3 and you have an Amazon account, you can go into your Amazon Play and you can get this carbon dated kit. And they deliver it straight into your game. Totally free. So if you are a gamer and you haven't done this yet, definitely do it. I don't know what the time frame is on it, but I found this today. Kind of cool looking dinosaur, guys.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. So it's definitely pretty cool. But now, about having fun, one thing we always have to do while having fun is making people smile, making them laugh. And so one thing we always want to do is support our primary sponsor in this place, and that is none other than Project Duck Depression. So, yes, as you guys can see, I always have the little ducks running all over my camera here, just to keep me in that positive frame of mind. So, go out, support Project Duck Depression, and spread the good word. Get those ducks out there. Let's make people smile, have some fun, and that's going to make Britt's job a lot easier. So, Britt, are you going to have little ducks around your office? And every time somebody comes in, you give them a little duck. Here you go. That'll make you smile.
Quack.
Quack.
I was in psychology class, basically Psych 101, and our professor made us all, oh my God, that's cute, made us all quack before our exams. You see an entire lecture hall, big lecture hall, of all of us quacking.
That's so smart.
Actually, it is, because when you make a conscious noise, like a quack or a hum or some sort of conscious noise, it actually short circuits the stress reaction, but kind of the OODA loop thing.
Right.
For the quack bangs. And it decreases the stress level. And so she didn't have us do that for the first exam, had us do it for the second one. And the grades on the exams were hugely better the second exam because she made us laugh at ourselves before the exam. Exactly. Because it's kind of silly when we all laughed. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
They need to do more of that. And apparently Rose is still duck bombing houses. Good girl. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Go, Si.
She did. No, I was gonna. She was sending me a picture that the client actually sent her when they found the ducks. I sent that over to you in Discord. But no, that's 100% a psychological thing with your brain. It is a process, right? Like when you slip into that stress cycle, that fight, flight, all of that nonsense, right? It triggers a feedback loop that's very difficult to get out of. It makes it hard
Aw.
to think and
It
and
does.
whatnot. And you can break that loop, right, by redirecting your thought to a conscious action. You know, one of the easy ways to help stop a panic attack is to track a finger back and forth with your eyes. You know, or splashing water on your face, or laughing, etc., or humming, because that helps switch out the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. It's the same reason why it's impossible to actually throw up if you're humming. And it's a trick a lot of people will use when they're nauseous is to hum
Huh.
because it stops you from throwing up.
Have to remember that.
We always have the strange. It's like, what are we talking about? I don't know, man. We went from ducks to humming, and that's why it's Freaky Friday, because you never know what's going to happen here.
Well, no, she was talking about the
Right.
the thing that the professor had them do before the test, and it's true, it works. And so by putting a smile on someone's face with a little duck that they discover, and then as you saw in the message that the client sent my wife, they were laughing about it. It helps if you're having a down day, or if you're stuck in that fight or flight, that stress, that anxiety or whatnot. It helps shift you out of that state, so depression.
So I'm kind of curious. So, Rose, you put these in the kitchen. Does that mean that this particular customer gets stressful in the kitchen? Like, I have to cook. Oh my God, I'm going to kill somebody. Ugh. Wow, that could be a hostile environment. So this just to make them happier about cooking? How's that work?
Stop throwing knives.
Oh.
I was just thinking, damn, you'll be angry in the kitchen, like, these damn onions. Chop them thinner.
I can see that.
Fuck, let me just stir it properly.
So, speaking on the subject of games, I found this game I showed Serenity and Cyril called Infection Free Zone, where basically you build a zombie base. It's all top-down view game where you're resource managing, but it's based on real-world locations. So I was building a little zombie defense area just up the road from my house, and the maps aren't 100% accurate, but they're pretty dang close. It was pretty fun.
We found my house in it. We found my daughter's school in it, and you set
wow.
up base at my house. Remember?
I do.
Wow.
Okay, zombie apocalypse. Everybody meet at Cyril's house. It's already reinforced. We're good.
Are you kidding me? I got somewhere else that I'm going. It's a lot of acreage, woods, plains, and it has a natural gas well.
Nice.
I'm gonna be set.
You're set, man. So, Alpha, I see it on Steam. Okay, so there you go. Alpha sounds like you get some notes from Crow down there. He's already. How long you been playing that one, Crow?
I only got like 3 or 4 hours into it.
Oh, so it's a new one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
What a noob. So, okay, so back to my, I made a list. Yeah, like I said. So, okay, we got that. Okay, so gonna shift gears here, guys. And so, games and gambles. So we had a little bit of games. Now I want to tell you about a gamble. I want to tell you about a real world life experience where I got scammed today.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
I did. And so some of you know that I've been trying my hand at meme coins and playing with them because they're a little more emotional. And there was one that I did my research. Okay, I checked all the things I could. It hadn't launched yet, but it had a following on that thing, Telegram, of 4,000 people, something like that. It had another 1,000 people on Twitter. So pretty good, solid community. And most of them were online when this was happening. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this a go. It sounds fair. So, I'm not a big investor, but I put in, I think, 0.5 Solana on the pre-sale. And And I thought, okay, well, that's a good solid amount. It's not my whole bag, but if it does go through the moon with this big of following, it should go huge, right? Well, it went great for about the first 3 minutes. Did a 3x. Then all of a sudden the chart started going all the way up and then all the way down. And all the way up and all the way down. And all the way up and all the way down. I'm like, the hell? So I figured, okay, I just got scammed. Do what?
Liquidity got removed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm trying to make this a little bigger. So let's see if I can, there we go. No, that's that. Can I? Okay, so I'm going to share this because I want to warn you guys about this because I know they're going to relaunch this token tomorrow. So I said, oh, there was an error in the contract. And the team was here. They were doing all this. And so check this message out. It says, claim an airdrop token. So every user can now join an airdrop. $3 each person. Previous token holders will get extra. All by claiming via the link below. Okay, so I thought, okay, I will go ahead and try to claim that. See if that works. And it goes through and it says, click your wallet. Do this, do that. Okay, did that, not a problem. Now always use a burner wallet. Please be safe while you're doing stupid things like this because this is a gamble. Total gamble. I know that. So I went in and I went through the claim process, and you can actually see where is it? I had it here. I lost it. It looks weird on my big screen. Looks better on my small screen. Let me share my small screen before I do this. But long story short, even doing all my homework I possibly could, I found out that they actually were able to drain my wallet. Yes, the entire damn wallet. Now, the great thing is I use a burner, so I only lost a total of about 1 Solana overall.
Oof.
There you go. That makes it a little easier to read. So yeah, press the claim button, not a problem. So I went through the claim process, and looking for the chat here. There it is. And it says, if you have any problems, DM this individual. It's like, okay, so I sent him a nice DM. Hey, Chad, I put in for the refund. Here's my TXNs, all that. And he says, claim new token via link on pinned post. Make sure you have some Solana for gas, like 0.2 Sol to 3 Sol. Wait, for gas? What the hell is that for gas, man? That's more the whole investment was. Mm-hmm. So that's how we responded. It's like, I do not have any money. You just drained my wallet. Everything's gone. So when I connected, I had about 0.135 Solana left in my wallet. And as soon as I hit that claim button, it drained that too. Totally wiped it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I said, it's like, hey, I don't have any money left. I'd love to get some assistance. I was really nice. You guys would be proud of me. I said, Chad, what can you do to help resolve this issue? I have a live stream in 6 hours, and I would love to tell the people that this is a solid team and Mega is a good opportunity to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
No response. It's like, well, 4 hours later, I'm sorry that you're unwilling to correct the situation. I will be sure to share this with my community as well as all of my fellow content creators to spread the word to avoid MAGA at all costs. So, guys, if you see this one, MAGA Cat, and you can see right here, they have 4,470 members. That's 4,000 people that got scammed today. So, spread the word. Avoid this because they are relaunching, as you can see, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Okay? Don't play.
Got it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Damn. So they're using
So,
some drainer.
Do what?
So they're probably using a drainer then. Damn, scammers.
Yeah.
Damn.
And what's scary is you get communities like that. I mean, it's 4,000 people, man. You think that's a pretty safe community to invest. It's not a lot. 1 Solana, okay, that's about $180 total, but still, for a small investor, that's a lot. But you start thinking about these guys that are putting in 10 or 20 Solanas. Whew, man, they had to make bank.
Well, something to be mindful of. One of the ways that you can detect those sort of things is by looking at the type of conversation going on in the Telegram, right? Is it a lot of the same basic questions? Is it a lot of people talking about to the moon? Is it a lot of that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are services out there that somebody can go to, pay $100, $200, and they will utilize bot accounts,
Yes.
grow the membership, and then you can pay people, a team of different people, to literally be chatters and
Mhm.
just talk and ask questions back and forth and stuff. in your Discord. So like, are there normal conversations happening? How many Discords do you go to and there's real people there? So you have side conversations, normal stuff back and forth. If you don't see that kind of thing, you're probably in what's known as a trap Discord or trap Telegram, right? Where the whole point is for a random person to wander into it, put money in, couple of people to do that, right? Couple of times for that to happen. And so they do this cycle of they're constantly launching a token, right? And then something's wrong with the contract, so they have to relaunch it, right? By the time you realize your money's been taken and you get mad and you leave, right? New people are coming in for the next one, so it doesn't matter. They're going to get it that way, right? And so it's just this constant cycle that they do over and over.
Yeah, it was sad, but it's one of those. I like to keep it real with you guys, and so if I do something stupid, I want to tell you, because if it can happen to me, even doing my research, checking out, if the mint was turned off, if the freeze is turned off, I went through the Rick's. It's a Rick bot, and then from there goes to a Rug bot to check for possible threats or anything. It said it was good, and so even through all those checks, it looked good until it's not good.
Yep, they're tricky that way.
Yeah,
Broke it.
I didn't break it; they broke it. So, speaking of that,
guess-
I'm kind of curious. Sorry, go ahead.
As I guess that's why people liked Palm Fun, but Palm Fun kind of had. They brought on a developer who decided to, just like completely wreck them. So, people like Palm Fun because the Palm Fun ecosystem seeded the liquidity pool. So devs couldn't come and be like, oh no, let me pull everything. But now I'm seeing that people are, like the people that create the tokens on Palm Fun are finding ways to be able to kind of rug the community. So, there's that gone too. Sad, but it is what it is.
It is. And BTK, good to see you, brother. And you're right. That is the game, man. I hear it. Yeah, dang. It sucked. Because that was all my play money. So, yeah, that got wiped out. But I've been learning a lot. And I want to tell you about an idea. And I want to get your guys' opinion here in a second. But I want to catch up on comments real quick. Rose says, Billy, good to see you, buddy. Man, we have missed you. We haven't seen you in a while. I know you've been working a lot. So, hope things are going good, my man. Says, hi, BTK! And I lost the game. Ha 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 ha! Got him! Epic fail. My play money is always like $10. Mine was too, Alpha. I started with 0.2 Solana, and I've been trading back and forth and learning what to research, and I built it up. And it's like, okay, I'm doing good. And now it's all gone. Poof. One bad call. All gone.
Well, at least you only lost 0.2 Solana. Because you got a lot of lessons over the trading that you did. Now you know what to do. Now you know what to look for. It's
Right.
easy to do it again.
Better yet,
right?
he knows not what not to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part is when you get all that knowledge and stuff and you're just like, okay, I think I'm feeling pretty solid. I've done all my research and it still turns out to be a scam. Now you got to go back and question everything you know. It's like, wait, do I really know that or am I just lucky?
Yep.
It's a vicious cycle. So I'm kind of curious, guys, how many here in the audience and also here on cam, how many of you actually play with meme coins at all? Just for fun?
A little bit.
You're there? Wild Ain't to know, Crow?
I do
I
it
don't have time
sometimes.
to
You never know.
Right. Better than the scratch ticket. I got more chances on a meme coin than I do the Powerball. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. It's like with a meme coin, it's kind of 50-50. You never know if it's going to rug, if it's going to pump, or if it's just going to exist. So, it's a 50-50 kind of, if you think about it. It's just use that if you think about the logic.
Pretty much gambling, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a straight up gamble. I'm not gonna lie. It is total degen gamble, straight up, and that's why part of tonight's is, games and gambles. And Britt says, "Not I." And so, I had a thought, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this. So I bounced it off a couple people here in bits and pieces. I know Sai knows a little piece about it. Alpha, you know a little piece about it, but I'm really trying to find a way to get the community having fun and more involved in the crypto space. Now, as we know on Rags to Riches site, you and I have taught them time and time again, strategic investing can be very boring. Honestly, it's once you put it in, it kind of sits like, okay, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Nothing. Leave it alone. But crypto can be fun. It can be a gamble, but it can be fun. So I've been thinking about this game show idea, and I want your guys' opinion. Please feel free here on the audience, here in the in the chat, share your thoughts. So here's the premise, okay? A head-to-head competition between two individuals. Let's say Alpha Cruz and Cyril are the contestants that week. So they would get 0.2 Solana. And they would have like a 3-hour window to start the trading. They can trade anything they want on the Solana blockchain, any way they want. And they had 3 hours. They have to shut down all trades. Whoever has the most at the end of 3 hours, if they haven't wrecked the wallet, they move on to the semifinals. Now, a couple things to keep this, to make sure it's serious gameplay, is if Down Home Crypto supplied 0.1 Solana and the contestants supplied 0.1 Solana, now they have skin in the game. And then whatever is at the end of the contest, split that in half. So the contestant keeps whatever they win. Okay? So I supply half, they supply half, and do something like that. That way it's not just people jumping and gaming the system. What's the thought about that? Now, at the same time, if you wanted to be a contestant and you wanted to get up there, and it's not somebody that we're directly associated with, like Cyril, like Alpha, Crow, Smiley, somebody here that knows the world, and you were a VIP family member, well, we would actually select one of those, like every third show or something, to come up who's willing to play and wants to go head-to-head with somebody from the crypto space. Now, once we get through this, the initial round, then we go to the semifinals. Now, most people have been eliminated, and you've got semifinals like 3 to 4 people. They've got to fight it out with 0.5 Solana. Same rules, same thing. Until there's just 2 people left. And that goes to the final. They both have 1 Solana. Now, they fight it out, tooth and nail. They get to be the champion, as well as they keep their profits all the way through this. Now, I'd like to do some giveaways for the community. So if somebody were to, say, turn 0.2 Solana into, say, 3 Solana, okay, part of Down Home Crypto's share of the profits would go in a prize wheel. It's like, hey, man, you hit the 3 Solana mark. Okay, let's give a viewer in the audience 0.5 Solana. So everybody could actually be part of the contest as well. Now, the fun part here is the audience could throw up suggestions, say, hey, I just saw this meme coin. Go check that one out. So the contestants are looking and digging for themselves. They're looking at the chat like, hey, this guy's, he's digging for me too. So you could have people on your side playing this game. And I thought this could be really fun and hopefully get to the point where even people, real meme coin people, not the scammers, but the real ones are saying, hey, we want to launch when meme coin madness is going, because we know that every other Monday at 3 o'clock, they're having that contest. People are watching, and that's when we want to get in front of people. Free advertising for them helps us, helps all the way around. What do you guys think?
I think it's definitely an idea that has good potential.
I agree with that.
I think it sounds like fun. I don't get into really anything because I don't have time to babysit them. But that's why I'm in KKF, because Cyril babysits it for me. If things start to go south, I'm sure he'll say something. So, but yeah, it'd be fun to see what people come up with in short time periods. And actually, 3 hours is kind of long in meme time, isn't it?
It is. So
It can be.
very interesting.
What do you think, Smiley?
I went straight to the how does this actually work? How do you show 3 hours? I mean, it's not going to be 3 hours live. Are you going to record things? Are you going to take screenshots? Or how does it work? How does the audience kind of follow along?
Straight up live. And so the image I have of this is literally we took the camera here, okay? And let's say we had Crow as a contestant and Alpha Cruz as a contestant. Right above them, where Cyril is, would be Crow's wallet. Now, I would create the wallets, and I would already fund each wallet with 0.1 Solana and then give the contestants a seed phrase. So I've got to show some trust out there. But that way we can also monitor that with the rules that they can't add any more Solana in, and they can't just send it out to another wallet. If so, they've got skin in the game. So they don't want to cheat the system. I've got skin in the game. I don't want to cheat the system. So it makes it fair all the way around. And, I think we're respectful enough there. But if we had the contestant there, then we had where me and Cyril are, their wallets as it's actually going through, what the standings are. And then like me as the announcer would be where Wild Angel is. And then where Smiley is would be like a screenshot of their computer screens. They would share their screens of what they're looking at, what they're trading. And it would be kind of some sort of setup like that.
It sounds too long. Is it okay if I criticize?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why we're here. I want to hear your ideas.
It sounds too long. I would make it like 30 minutes or an hour, and I would open it up to anything on Solana chain, not just meme coins, and I would have it more interactive, a lot more trading within that hour, and then boom, because I would love to see the clock counting down and trades being made, and that the numbers changing more frequently. Otherwise, I get bored. I mean, because some guy could like come in and buy one meme coin and sit on it and watch it for 3 hours, and to me, watching that would be boring. So that's my thought.
For that sort of thing, we would need to do futures trading, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit different of a ball game.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's leverage. That would be a little.
Leverage is fun.
That would be a little more intense, definitely.
Yeah, intense is the point, right?
An alternative, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could have a show that's shorter, right? And it's actually, it could even be a case where it's pre-recorded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where over the course of a week, because yes, some of these trades do take a little bit of time. I guarantee that the trades I sit in for a week make way more than the trades of someone who's also spot trading short-term time frames, right? Doesn't matter how much capital they're running with. Those long-term trades make the difference. So maybe a week. And what Serenity and the contestants do is at the end of the day, they're real quick touch base, maybe record a little something on a Discord call back and forth where they talk about what they did with the portfolio that day, right? And then Serenity puts the video together. And then there can be a group chat not a group chat, a separate room in the Discord for each team that's currently trading, right? And people can choose to join one of those, like a little react role or something, be like, I'm rooting for this person, so I'm going to join their team and help them find stuff, and vice versa, or they can just join both and chit chat back and forth, doesn't matter, right? During that time period contest for that audience participation.
Okay.
I like that because there's more of a cliffhanger every single day. Who's going to make it to the end of the week with the most money? And you can root for your team.
Right, because somebody might be behind all freaking week, but they made a good call, and then like in the last day, it goes to the freaking moon, and they pull into first place, and then Serenity, he gets to clip all of that down, behind the scenes, because he's recording these calls with them behind the scenes. And that way, when he releases the video and people tune in, they get a nice like 30-minute, 15 minutes on each person talk, and you can flip back and forth between them each day, so you'd have little segments where you'd be talking to them on day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. And then we get to see the final showdown, and the whole thing takes 30 minutes. You're going to get a lot more viewership that way too.
Yes, that's more exciting to watch. I agree. I like it.
My concern is for every minute of video, he's spending over an hour editing. And so all the prep and contact and everything would that be counterproductive for a 30-minute? I don't know. I like the game show idea where it's a limited time and we've got results now. And it's just, I don't know if I'm watching snippets of a week. Like I watched the shows like the reality, like the Forge Masters and stuff like that, I get bored with that. When I just see a little snippet here, a little snippet there, I get more invested in it when I can watch them actually, like when they're in the hot shop. I get more vested in that than watching snippets like the finals for the final win, where they're at home for a week or two. Yeah, I kind of like the short, just for me, because I don't have the interest level maybe to watch just little snippets here, little snippets there. So that's
and that's
me.
good. And that's why I wanted to throw it out here. So, no, it's great because there's definitely different mechanics here. So, Alpha, what do you think, bud? Throw your 2 cents in.
I'm trying to, oh my goodness, this cat. Anyway.
The general?
Yeah, he's just been doing things. I've been dealing with him the whole time now, so. Trying to just see both sides. Like, both sides works really nice, like a short thing where it's like snippets of every day. Sounds cool, sounds a little exciting, or you're just like going back and forth. But you can also see like where that would also kind of seem anticlimactic to an extent. It's like on day 1, Team Alpha managed to come in on top with a $100 lead, and then day 2, it's like Team Cyril came out on top, and it's just like, okay, it sounds fine, like kind of like a game show-ish. But then it's also like, how do you actually show that well enough for people to be like, oh wow, okay, Team Alpha was really going for it that day. This is what they were doing. Because then it also gets to that point, like if Team Alpha is explaining things, then it also gets a little weird, because now it's like, oh no, what do you keep in, what don't you? And then it's like, what Wild Angel was talking about also sounds, both of them have their merits. So it's like Wild Angel sounds a little more longer, but it also adds that bit of excitement to it. So it's probably a way where we can mix the two, kind of find a middle ground that would just work for both of it. And then you will have an end result that's just ultimately better, because it's two ideas that are being combined, but I just don't know how that would work yet. But yeah, that would be my 2 cents.
I just got a wild idea.
Woohoo!
You are wild.
Yeah.
So, where we're talking about having a semifinal and a finals round. So like if we did like 4 shows of 4 pairs, and the winners of those go to the semifinals, what if the pairs, the 4 shows of pairs, are the short time span, and then the ones where they've got more money are longer, more along the lines of the, okay, go home, work in your forge for a while. But for the weed it down a little bit is in those short bursts. Are you good enough to make it to the finals?
Kind of like it's like, this is your test, this is your trial. You got to prove your worth. You have 30 minutes to prove your worth.
Right.
Okay, maybe not 30 minutes, but yeah.
Right. Speed round.
Combine the two.
I like that. I like
Compromise.
that. They do that like on the cake shows and things like that. It's like, okay, bakers, you have 30 minutes or 3 hours to make this. Yep. And then the next day you have 6 hours to make this. And then the last you have 3 days or whatever. Same kind of thing. Evolve it not only in the value, but also as the time. That's brilliant.
Another thing you could do too, like the Great British Bake Off or whatever, is that you could have like more people start and have an elimination person, like get kicked off the lowest amount at the end of each day or week or whatever, gets kicked off, and you narrow it down till there's only 2 contestants at the end.
Yeah, so instead of doing like 4 shows of 2 and they're squaring off, do all 8 of them to start with.
Right.
And then over.
Battle Royale. I like it.
Yeah.
We might be on
What
to
do you-
something here, guys.
What do you guys think in the chat? What are you guys thinking about all this?
And Crow, you've been awful quiet while the chat's speaking up. Let me hear your thoughts, buddy.
Well, the whole point of this is to make content, right? Obviously. I'm trying to think of a way that the audience, not maybe skin in the game, but has a reason to come watch. Like you were saying that, like, maybe if someone does big wins, they get a cut, but like, trying to think of a way that as they're watching, they can like, I really want this to happen because this is what's gonna happen at the end. Something more than just like, oh, I hope they win big because then I get a cut. Something a little more than that.
Right. That's a good point. And that's what I'm really looking for. So there's some ulterior motives here, guys. So I'm going to share some of my inner thoughts and secrets with you guys. So part of it, of course, is the gamble. We all like the gamble. It's fun. And that's why it's not large dollar values to begin with. 0.2 Solana, they have skin in the game. That's why they do have. Also, I'm hoping that during that time, myself as the announcer, and sometimes I bring on co-hosts, like if Cyril's not battling it out, I drag him in here, and Alpha Cruz and Smiling. You guys get to come in here and we can chat back and forth, because that's where we can talk about, well, where are they finding their information? Oh, they're on Dex Screener. Let's go take a look at that. And I can now share that and say, okay, how do you find this stuff on Dex Screener? How do you go in and check and find out if the mint has been revoked? How do you find out if the liquidity is locked? How do you find out this information? How do you find out how many wallets have what percentage of the tokens? And so try to kind of spoon feed in the middle of the competition little bits of education at the same time. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then also utilize those opportunities to talk to the contestants, like, okay, what kind of strategy are you playing? You going to go all in on one big one? You going to scatter across 10? How are you playing your game? What you doing? And go back and forth. So I want to make it a gamble. Yes, it's based on gambling. We know that. We know it's not strategic investing. However, we can use rules of solvency. So if my investment, I put in, 0.05 Solana into this one, if it drops 50%, I'm cashing out. But if it does a 2x, I'm taking 25%. If it does another 2x, I'm taking another 25%. So we can utilize the lessons we've taught in Rags to Riches, couple that with education of how to research, as well as the gambling side of it, along with the excitement of the audience participation. And Crow, I agree with you, man. I'm trying to find a way to make the audience a part of this. And that's why I hope they're throwing things out there. They're researching and saying, doing this. And who knows? Maybe they're pumping their own bags. Maybe they went in and they bought $100 for the token. Then they say, hey guys, go buy this token. They could absolutely game the shit out of the system. That's what I want to do. I want to make this where everyone's a part of it. And if the contestants do great, somebody in the audience can actually win, as well as people in the audience or the VIP family can be a part of the contestants if they choose to. So I'm trying to make this a full encompassing entertainment experience. So, and that's where I really want you guys' opinions and thoughts. And I will never frown on anybody, even if they say, yo, dude, sorry, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Okay. Hey, cool. I love that feedback. I want to hear it.
Yeah, my first thought when he broached this to me before the show was, oh, what kind of harebrained idea did you come up with this time? Because he comes up with some doozies. And the bathtub is his best thinking spot, and that's where he was. We used to, with the slippery shower walls, we would put Sharpie markers in there so he could make notes. And then rubbing alcohol takes Sharpie marker off of things. Yeah. Just FYI if you didn't know that. Yeah. And then we'd go in there, copy down his notes, and then wash them off.
When you mentioned it to me, I couldn't help thinking about how bad I'm going to feel, I suppose, when I'm a contestant. So, Serenity, do a screen share real quick. That I put in a screen share request.
Okay, got it.
So, some of you who were in my Discord at least back a month ago when I posted this screenshot in my Discord saw these pretty little lines that I made, right? And I said, these are the two scenarios I'm looking at. So I'm going to switch my share to this tab. So I'm going to feel bad for whoever's going against me, I suppose, because I drew out exactly what it was going to do a month in advance.
Cheater. You can. I'm putting you with like Austin Clark or somebody, man. It's like, okay, trader versus trader. Let's go head to head.
You're gonna have to, because
It's the only way to be
bad
fair.
if you don't.
But you know, at the same time, if I put a time limit on this, like 2 or 3 hours, something like that, and you have to sell no matter what your position, you know, you might be able to do it out in a long term, but you start playing these short, quick flop games. I don't know. How's your skill on that one, Sai?
So the cool thing about being able to know where it's going long term tells you what it's going to do by the end of the day, right? So you can predict it, because that chart I drew out on the daily chart. And if I know which direction it's heading, because I know the order of like how order blocks work, I know how it moves in regards to the moving averages. I know that all big money trades using the same moving averages that I do. So you can use that to predict what it's going to do. You can apply those same averages to small time frame charts. You just have to know the secret of then you convert it to exponential moving averages, not small moving averages, and I'm still going to use it to whoop your ass.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Bring it
And,
on, Boyle.
You know what? I think the best part about it will be, you have the professionals like Austin Clark and Cyril Kier, and then you'll just have people like me, like, you know what? My gut says this is going to go up.
Or I
that
like
is what
that
I'm going to
point
do.
cute.
See, that's how it goes. It's just going to be like you're going to have this battle of professionals and newbies, and professionals and
Right.
professionals and newbies just being like,
And
and
the great part is,
it looks cool.
right, that's got a pretty cat. I'll take that one. And the best part is when you start talking memes. We've talked about this on Rags to Riches time and time again, and we're going to beat it up in season 2, guaranteed. That's if you guys share suggestions. Make sure to jump to the Discord, share your ideas, suggestions. How can we make it better? But as we've talked about so many times before, meme coins are a shitcoin. They have absolutely no practical use in any way, shape, or form. They are 100% emotionally driven. The masses say buy it, so it goes through the roof. Why? I don't know, because it's got a dumb cat. He told me to. Whatever, that's it. Most of the thing that you're... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to interject. My major was psychology.
Ooh. So
You're
is
still
mine
crazy
and
about that.
Alpha's.
Mine too. Just
Sarah's
putting it out there.
Sal's gonna spend like the day before, like he's gonna like pick his that's the meme coin I'm gonna use, and he's gonna go and spread the seed so everyone buys it the day before, and he's like, oh, there we go.
Could be. And at the same time, you'll... doing my video. Yeah, my major is just psychopath, so I don't know how that qualifies.
It's related.
Got 3. Yeah, kind of like that. I'm the patient. How's that? But at the same time, by using that emotional connection of the disturbed person, a meme coin is all about emotion. I mean, there is no logical pattern. So you take somebody who might be a professional trader, and yes, they can do BTC or Ethereum or one of those, looking at big businesses. Now, as we know, we just saw you and I talked about this the other day. People don't realize the whole BlackRock thing, how they're manipulating BTC. And so they've got, 30 days to make it right of when they buy or sell, and they can pay in cash or any form they want. Yeah, the system's manipulated. Make no mistake. But you take a meme coin. Well, we don't know where it came from. We don't know why it's there, and we don't really care because it's not going to live. It's going to die. Guaranteed. So if I force the environment to be in an emotionally driven trading area versus a blue chip that's very easy to track and monitor, does that take the edge away from the professional traders?
Well, no, because professional traders understand that the market's psychology, right? Like professional traders, I mean, yeah, we're going to be some of the most abrasive people but we're also going to understand the people we're talking to, right? And so we're going to give you damn good advice too. It's because we understand psychology. What drives people. It's the same reason why, I'm always talking about how the whole reason why the majority of people are in this space is because they're here because they want a shot at getting out of their current situation, right? They want that get rich quick, that sudden shift of their lifestyle without any of the responsibility, right? Because if a project gets rugged, oh, it's the dev, they rugged us. Or if it goes to zero, oh, we got slow rugged again. Oh, this sucks. They don't want to take any accountability for their decisions, right? Because it's a deep-seated root of fear of failure, right? So a lot of protocol leads, right, who understand this game will prey on a fear of failure, right? And they'll drive it that way. And now that narrative is shifting to AI, right? Because AI is always going to be better than a human, right? It's not going to make the same crappy mistakes that you make, yada, yada, yada. But so all that to say, no, traders get the emotion that drives the markets.
I don't know. What do you think, Alpha?
So I was just trying to be like, no matter what y'all do, I'm gonna win, and I'm not having it. I am not. I refuse. I'm telling you, my gut feeling will win.
Sounds like we've got a first battle lined up here, boys and girls. It's going to be fun. So,
Sometimes you just gotta trust your gut, man.
Right. And this is great because this is the emotion and the energy that I want to try and capture. And I've been trying to find a way to do that, whether it's through Rags to Riches, different places like that, is I want to take the professionals and the non-professionals, the everyday person, and show them, yes, with a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of experience, and a little bit of guts, you can absolutely make a difference. And you can do strategic investing, which I highly advise for long-term holds. Definitely. A little tiny piece, feel free to gamble it. Learn with it. But when you do make mistakes like I did, like I got scammed, and I shared that with you guys here, don't be afraid of that failure. Take accountability. It's like, yeah, dude, I screwed up, man. I got hacked. I got scammed. I did everything wrong. Even though I did my due diligence, those are the lessons we learn. That's how we learn. And so be thankful for that. That's a pretty cheap education. A couple $100 that I lost. I got a valuable education. I'm not sure what it was. I'm still trying to decipher what it is. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, this is kind of the emotion, the energy I was going for. So give it some thought. I'd love to get your guys' feedback. And you can post it in Down Home Crypto Discord. Share it up here if you got some more ideas. Just throw it out whenever during the stream or talk to me after or in the chat. Any way you want. I'd love to get your guys' opinion because I want to make Down Home Crypto a great place of not only education, but entertainment as well as connection. So we got people that do everything. Whether you want strategic investing, we got that. We got Rags to Riches. We'll educate, we'll guide, teach you everything you need to know. You want to gamble, have some fun? Well, hey, that's where Meme Coin Madness comes into play on Mondays or whatever we do. You want to have a heart-to-heart? We got that too. We got psychiatrists and all these great people that will help out, and we've all got trauma, so we understand and relate.
To kind of get back, it was a total oddball thing that happened at the grocery store tonight.
What?
A couple of people that I met in recovery that I have not seen since my last relapse. And they're in recovery, they're solid. So it just happened to be, she used to be my sponsor. Ran into her at the store tonight. And she's like, oh my God, hi. And I'm like, hi, how's it going? And so I lean in and tell her, hey, this is the one that insisted I would never get even a year, ever. And she expected me to fail. And I got to tell her that I'm 2 months away from 5 years.
Yes!
And it's like, so it was very gratifying.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to take, it was kind of a gamble, but she looks at me like this. Oh my God. She goes, congratulations. Like, she never expected it. And it's like, I had more faith in me than you did. So
good for you.
Just kind of an odd thing today.
Heck yeah.
So
That is cool. And I think
thanks, Britt.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. That's an amazing accomplishment. It is an amazing accomplishment. And it's there's a lot of people say, hey, I got faith in you. You can do this. You can do this. But do they really mean it? Or they say, I'm going to see you in the prison records here in about 3 months. It's okay. It's great to have that feeling to jump up and say, look, what I did. And so what it's all about is learning and growing beyond what other people expect. As soon as you do that, man, you're a rock star in my book.
So it was just one of those, oh, shit, I haven't seen you in 5 years. So it was kind of nice. I'm taking another gamble this week.
Ooh.
What's that?
So got a couple of new things I'm going to try this weekend. At least me and one of the girls are going to go play Frisbee golf. We have a lot of Frisbee golf courses. And one of the guys I work with is big into Frisbee golf with Parks and Rec. And he made some like starter kits, the bags with like a couple of different discs and everything in them and the rules and that kind of thing. And he put like a dozen of them at our office to check out. So I grabbed 3 of them in case a few of us wanted to go, and we're going to go try that. And then we're doing this May in Motion challenge at work where we got together and did teams and stuff. And it's to get exercise minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's walking. It's when I'm at work on my second job, I am constantly in motion. My doctor told me if I break a sweat, it counts as exercise. So if I'm breaking a sweat at work, I'm counting those minutes. But
does it have to be at work?
No.
Okay, it's checking. I'll shut up now.
One of the ladies at my office, she has dropped like 200 pounds. She's gotten super fit. No medication involved. No surgery involved. It's all just been diet, and she works with a trainer and everything, and it's amazing. Well, she was talking about going rock climbing on Monday. We're going to the rock climbing gym.
Yes.
On Monday.
Awesome.
This less than in shape woman who has no upper body strength at all is going to try rock climbing on the kiddie wall.
For you.
We're going to start
good
on
for
the kiddie
you.
wall.
That's
But
good.
Their day passes are cheap. They're like $10. And then you can rent a harness and shoes for another $10.
Mm-hmm.
So for $20, I get to see if it's something I like. And I am terrified of heights. I can't even get on a step ladder without getting ugh. So ask Serenity that way. No, I don't even get on ladders, nothing.
I
And,
always have to climb back down whenever I do the rock wall with my daughter. I can't be one of the people who
Can't
just
belay.
trust the harness to float back down. Oh no, I climb my ass back down.
I'm gonna give it a try though.
Good.
So yeah, so it's a gamble. We're taking a couple of gambles this weekend, and it's a long weekend. I'm gonna go play. I deserve to go play.
You
So,
do.
You know, I'm gonna take some time.
I would go,
And-
but that means going outside, right? We just talked about the sun earlier. It doesn't go well.
You're gonna go play Frisbee golf with us.
How am I supposed to keep a complexion like this? If I'm
No.
outside?
Cyan is porcelain skin.
It's hard to be a China doll like this. I think I feel, man, my bald head burns. You know how bad that hurts?
Aw.
It peels bad.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go give a cookie. I'll be right back because she's gonna
Okay.
drive me nuts.
Cookie break. So, Sai, it's great you brought that up. And yes, he did put that in chat. So, for those who don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know if you've been here, but I've been telling you guys about the Helium mobile plan. And I've done like 3 different videos out there walking through exactly how much I earned after a month. And it's literally just walking it. So, Cyril, now you just made the changeover. How's it doing real quick? Give us some feedback, man. What do you think? Am I full of shit or did I put up and shut up?
I mean, it's freaking great. Like, I switched us over. The process was very simple and straightforward. Um, their support was great. I got to talk to like real people too, you know. At one, like, I wound up having an issue. I did what I do, right, and just threw myself at it. I didn't watch any of the videos. I didn't read the instructions on the site. None of that.
Why do I bother?
I was just like, well, you know, he said it was working great for him, so I'll switch, right? So I just went on there, signed up, created an account, did the group plan, sent an invite to my wife, and then ported my phone over, my phone number, all of that stuff. And I was like, I'm still on emergency calls only. Can't find the network. Restarting my phone. On support. Blah, 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 blah. And they sent me the QR code that I could scan with my camera to install my eSIM, right? I figured that like, I don't know, you know, ported over too, whatever, right? Like, but anywho, installed the eSIM. And I'm like, it's not working. What's going on? And then the support person was like, oh, you know, try going into your settings, right? Go to your network connections, go to manage eSIMs, blah, 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 switch that over and all that fun stuff. But watch Nader coverage? Is she under like a tornado warning or something?
Oh, yeah. Nadar coverage. Yep. Yeah, she's in Oklahoma. Bye, Britt.
Oh.
Sirens are going off.
Stacey, have you seen the tornadoes that have been hitting lately? They've seen 2 Walking Man tornadoes so far this year that are like crazy. Basically, all of these little tornadoes spiraling around a big tornado. Like, scary. What was I saying?
Helium.
Oh, my experience, right. And then, you know, so then I saw there, okay, I'm still using the default T-Mobile SIM. I need to manually switch over to that SIM. And then it was a very straightforward process when I did it for my wife. It took like, 10 minutes at most. Had her ported over. We already both had a day that earned us more for the day than we would have paid for our cell phone per day.
Wow.
As long as you hit your 40 hexes, right, of movement, you earn it. And they say a hex is the size of a grocery store. I find that to be a lie. A hex is actually much smaller than that. I walked a block to my daughter's school and I covered 8 hexes. I drove up the street to the Wawa and wound up getting my 40 hexes. And as long as you're making a short trip or walk somewhere each day, I would say you could probably do maybe like 4 blocks and you would hit your target, right? So that's your movement, your exercise, whatever, go on a walk around your neighborhood. And you wind up earning more of their mobile tokens than it costs to pay for your cell phone that month.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really nice because my phone actually was, for some reason, my mapping turned itself off, or I did, one or the other, probably me. But I had about 2 weeks where I didn't get any mapping, even though I was going to work every day. But yeah, I've been, since we found that out and got it turned back on, I've been racking it up.
Nice. And, Wild Angel, we do always say you've got to monitor your investments, right? At least keep an eye on them once in a while.
I'm not so good on the monitoring.
Oh, yeah, any of us are. And Hope Girl says, today I got an email that my chime card didn't work for Helium phone, so I had my 24 hours update my payment. Okay, Mom, I will be down after the show, and we'll take a look. Remember, I did say in the last video that right now you can't use your mobile tokens yet to pay your bill. They're waiting for an update. That's supposed to hit anytime soon. But that was one thing I warned you guys in the video. And that's why I always say, definitely watch my videos and learn about this stuff, because I'm going to give you everything I possibly can.
For now, we're just stacking them.
Nice. Are you going to hold on to them until the top of the bull market, then sell them, makes huge profits, or what's your plan there, buddy?
So I know that is Rose's plan. for her tokens. And my plan was to use my tokens to basically cover the phone bill. Because then that's profit to me, because it's money I'm not spending. And I know I can put that to better use and earn more than whatever the difference that they'd go in the bull market, right? So,
did you do the family helium, or did you do the personals for each phone?
I did the family. It's still $20 a line, but what it does is it just sends her bill to me.
That is good they didn't just shut it off.
Right. No, I've actually had great luck so far with tech support. So sorry, I'm glad you had the same kind of experience where I got to talk to a person and they responded fairly quick. Yeah, I think the longest I ever had to wait was like 3 hours because it was like, I don't know, the end of the night or changing shifts or something. Who onboards a cell phone in the middle of the night? I mean, come on. Oh, wait, that would be me. So, yeah. So far, it's been pretty good. I'm glad it's a great experience for you. Guys, if you want to check it out, I threw links in the chat here. If you want to use my referral code, great. That's the 80QQ8JK. If not, that's fine too. Now, just so you know, I'm not getting rich off this. I'm not shilling this. If somebody uses your referral code, how this works is after that person has the cell phone plan for 2 months, you get a $5 credit one time towards your cell phone bill. That's it. So
That's it.
Yeah, it's not like I'm making bank. I'm really trying to give you guys a solid value. And so, Sai, man, I appreciate you giving it a try, buddy. Because, yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen, but check this shit out. That's how many cell phones I have onboarded in my house. That's a SIM card for each cell phone.
Imagine what your bill used to be. Damn.
Yeah, it was
over $200
outrageous
a month.
on
200
Metro plans.
Right. Metro, the cheapest we could get. $218 a month, I think, is what we were paying.
I was paying $138 a month for our 2 lines.
We actually had 3, 4, 5, 6, 6
A lot.
or 7.
A shit ton. Too damn many cell phones in our house. So, yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I've got 3 different videos out there. The first one I did, the 30-day review, and then a complete step-by-step onboarding. And if you got any questions on it, you'll reach out to me. If you have an eSIM and you want to know what not to do, talk to Cyril. He learned it firsthand.
The only thing I'll say about it is when they say 3 to 5 days to get your SIM card, that is business days, Monday through Friday. If you started on a weekend, don't count the weekend for them to mail you that SIM. It ain't happening.
If you have a more of a flagship type device, like any of the Android S20, S22s, etc., that kind of thing, you have an eSIM most likely.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
you can.
I
you
have
can
a
see that
regular
on your
phone.
Oh, I was letting other people know.
Yep, and I actually give the complete breakdown on that on the step-by-step video, guys. I give you the 3 different screenshots from the tech support on exactly what phones can have the eSIM capability. So go back, watch the video. If you have any questions, reach out. Biggest thing is do not port your number over until you're certain you have an eSIM, because I did that, and I was stuck without a phone for 5 days till I got my damn SIM card. It sucked.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, he
I had to learn
hated
the hard way.
life.
Yeah, I did. So, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was so upset when I thought I made the same mistake there for a second. So, but now I get to laugh at the fact that you did make that mistake and not feel so bad. And be
Yeah,
happy
absolutely. Me too, because, I thought you did, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to feel so bad because now you're stuck without a phone, and I know how much you depend on it. It's like, he's going to hate me for this. It's like, you said it was a good idea. Did you watch the video? Well, no, but I shouldn't have to. It's like, come on, man. That's why I make the damn things. So I'm glad it turned out good for you, buddy. So yeah, it's one of those, I always try to give you guys the best value I can. And at the same time, I'm going to tell you if I screw up, just like on the scam I did. And I think that's what keeps everything about this journey real is I'm not just going to tell you the good stuff. I'm going to tell you the absolute shit stuff. Like, man, I got wrecked. My bad. I was stupid. So Mom says, I updated payment. Cool. I can come down and check for you, Mom, later. Not a problem. We'll get that squared away. But, so guys, I want to take this back on the gaming thing because there's something else we want to share with the audience, and we want your guys' feedback. And I want an update from my masters of adventure. So, as I said in the very beginning of tonight's show, I told you guys that some very helpful members community, because I do listen to you guys a lot more than you probably think, said that, Serenity Man, things are getting kind of heavy. Freaky Friday is supposed to be fun, a party, let's have a blast. And we've covered some heavy topics, and we want to do that. We want to cover the heavy stuff, and we want to have fun at the same time. So we need to change it around. So we had some ideas floating around from some of our more geeky, nerdy, intelligent individuals, however you want to call it. Yeah, I'm one of them. Hey, I'm proud to be a nerd, man. We need to include some more games. We need to have some more fun on a Friday night. Because, that's what we do, right? We get together, we bullshit, we talk about the goods, the bads, and we play some games, have some fun. So I know that especially there are two individuals that are really driving this, and possibly three. I'm not sure how much Smiley's been involved so far. But, a lot? Okay. So I want to hand this over to the trio of trouble over there. And that is none other than the beautiful Miss Smiley, the Master Crow, and of course, the godly Mr. Cyril Kier. Tell us what we can expect coming up in future episodes of Freaky Friday.
Oh, I guess I'm being looked at. I'm being looked at.
He went that away. I don't know.
So, me, Cyril, and Smiley, and Jimbo a little bit, have been discussing doing a D&D portion today. And we've been playing with the setting of 21st century. But magic's come across is a thing, and there's going to be crazy adventures and evil wizards, and it's going to be a blast. But we also want you guys to be involved as the audience. So there could be situations where when they get loot, you guys get a little bit back. Maybe, $20 USDC or just a little bit of money. But you guys have to interact to have that. So there may be they get certain spells and you guys decide what spells they get for D&D. Or maybe you guys throw monsters in their way. But it's supposed to be a really fun experience, and I hope you all can come in and have a good time with us.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's shaping up to be something fun. I don't know if you guys have ever seen clips come across your Tickety Talks or your YouTube shorts of a gentleman named Brendan. He's a pretty well-known dungeon master, and what he does is him and his players get together and they all play D&D, and some of the tales they weave and the way they act it out, they're not just dungeon masters and players, they're legit like stage acting half the time with the emotion that they throw into it. And it's a really fun thing to watch, and you get to hear them all acting out essentially a story. And as audience participation occurs, you get to help weave the story. Like maybe someone manages to learn a resurrection spell or something because you guys chose that they'd get to learn a resurrection spell, and it turns out that was a great choice because otherwise one of the members of the party would have died. You never know. So it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. And I know Smiley's got a lot of experience with it too, right?
Storytelling and I love becoming the characters. I'm a little bad at the rolling the dice part, so I may need some help with that. But I love creating worlds and characters and just immersing myself in it. I love it. I could do it all day.
The nice thing is all you have to do, you drop the dice, you read what's on them. Hey, it's really easy.
Yes,
There's no creativity involved.
I don't always know which one to pick up.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of dice.
There is. Oh my gosh.
7.
And something else to consider, maybe every once in a while an audience member can come on for a one-shot, and they can come on and role play as an NPC who has a specific story arc. Maybe they travel with us on an adventure, and we're escorting the the Duchess from, or not the, I guess it would be the Lady Evalor or something like that from the Elven Kingdom to the far aways. Who knows, right? Like, you never know how it could go. That's the fun of it. So there's additional, and maybe that can be something that family members have the option to sign up to play as an NPC.
That's cool.
That is. And now, you guys know, as a VIP family member, you always get a backstage pass to join us up here on Freaky Friday. That's one of the perks to being a VIP family member, is you can be up here every single Friday with us. I put the link in the chat every time, and I know we have a couple of VIP family members here, and you can confirm they're actually in there every Friday. So just like these guys here receive, I send straight to the VIP family members. So you want to be a part of this adventure, whatever it is, consider becoming a VIP family member. Now, the family members don't get the backstage pass, but you guys get the early alpha information. And so there's always a benefit to being part of the community. And if you're just a member, hey, you get just as much knowledge, maybe not quite as early, and might not get quite some of the early accesses, but still you get the information. And so we're trying to make sure that everybody has an opportunity here. Might even be giving away some VIP family member passes through our adventures. You never know.
That would be kind of cool.
But it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be great. There's going to be laughs. Hopefully not sorrow, but there's definitely going to be some fun laughs.
And
They're gonna kill me.
I'm going
Life
specifically
always
for you.
happens.
It's always a fight. So, guys, I want to get some feedback here real quick, because as you notice, this one we've talked a lot about games and a lot of changing things, because one thing I always worry about is not giving you, the community, the people that really matter to me, what you're looking for. So let me ask you, what would you like to see more of? Let me know in the chat. Let me know up here on stage. What has Down Home Crypto community not been giving you that you've been looking for? How can we make it better? That's what I'd really like to know.
It needs more cowbell.
Okay,
Okay.
I got a story.
Yes.
I have a man
So-
named Brady.
I walked into, we have this section at the plant I work at called engineering. It's where they make all the prints and stuff. And I walked in, I sat down next to my favorite engineer, Andre. And I looked at him and I was like, I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. And he looks at me, he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, I said it again to him and I was like, have you never seen that Saturday Night Live skit? He's like, no. And I was like, stop what you're doing. Pull up YouTube. And I had all of engineering sitting there watching this, 4-minute skit.
Cowbell's okay.
Such a good job with that skit.
I'm going to have to go watch it now, because I don't know exactly which one you're referencing, so I will have to go check that one out.
I was never a big Saturday Night Live.
It's got Christopher
Neither.
Walken in it.
Okay. I like him.
That's the only reason why I know about it. I don't watch Saturday Night Live either.
I don't
Right.
know who that is.
So it's a skit about Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult.
Okay.
And he basically keeps walking out and saying, I need more cowbell.
Oh,
Because the cowbell's in the song.
gotcha.
Okay. So, Christopher Walken. Been in a lot of stuff. You'll know his face, and I'm trying to think of the movie where he plays a demon.
Constantine?
No, not Constantine. This is an older one. They got the Indian girl that swallows the soul, and you've got the angel.
Yeah,
That
and the guy holds him at
Constantine.
gunpoint, and he's like,
Yeah.
stop or I'll shoot. And he's like, I don't care.
Right? Yeah. What is that? I remember when Christopher Walken walks to the edge of the cliff and then just goes poof into the pile of crows and they all fly away. Remember that scene? What's the name of that movie?
Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you.
Oh, man.
I just know he's the guy who dances well.
He dances?
Yeah, that's all I've seen him in. I've never seen him in a movie.
I didn't know he danced.
Yeah, he dances well.
There it is. Okay, there you go. That's Christopher Walken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know him.
Are you talking
Yes.
about the
Personally, but-
prophecy?
Yes, the
Yeah.
prophecy.
Yeah, Christopher Walken. His Saturday Night Live skit about cowbell is hilarious.
Okay, I have got to go look that up because
Watch
I
that.
like Christopher Walken. Okay, so everybody has homework now. Now we got to go watch the Saturday Night Live skit of Christopher Walken. So Alpha Cruz, do you know who that is now?
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea now.
Okay.
I do. He's someone that seems to be very funny. You know, I just saw the person. I was like, he seems like my brain was just like funny guy.
He's in Dune.
The skit is only 5 minutes long, but
Yeah,
I know that
Copyright.
that'll instantly demonetize
Yeah,
your thing.
unfortunately. So I would share it, but I would get in trouble. Guys, if you want to find the skit and give me the link, I will definitely pass to the chat here, though, for everybody.
All right, let me grab the link for you.
Awesome. So, Smiley Girl.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been around for a while. We talk off stage, on stage. Wow, that sounded so bad.
Damn, I'm pretty sure he just called me old girl.
In crypto
I like
age, being here for a year or so, that makes you pretty old in the crypto space, honestly. A couple years,
I've been
yeah.
here 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's like, what, 20 years and like crypto
Dog
versus real years? Yeah, exactly. How's that work? Huh?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a 4-to-1 ratio.
4 to 1. Okay, that works. So, hey, J-Steen, how you doing, buddy? We're having a blast, my man. Good to see you, brother. That's okay. We can't type today either. I'm doing better at talking, though. And I'll tell you about why I think I found part of the reason. I'll share that with you guys. Everybody says, hi, Jason. So, Smiley, my question for you is, you've seen Down Home Crypto grow. You're part of the community. You're a moderator. You help out all over the place. Love having you here. But now you're moving to an actual content creator. Going to step up, take center stage. So I would love to get your honest critique. How can we make Down Home Crypto better? Give it to me.
I'm not an off the top of my head kind of person, to be honest. I'm the type person who will sit down for hours and make lists and edit them and then formalize it in like something I've written out, and then I edit it and then I present it to you. Because off the top of my head, I don't know. Sorry.
That's okay.
I guess I'll make a terrible content creator because I
You'll
can't
do great.
that.
You will do
Sorry.
great.
Thanks.
That's okay. That says, everyone in Oklahoma, Missouri area, please be weather aware tomorrow. Seriously, big storms, highest warnings possible. Follow storm chasers for up-to-date warnings tomorrow. Okay, good to know, Ashley, because, yeah, that's where Britt just went. She is in Oklahoma. And, yeah, she just took off because I think the sirens came on.
Oh.
I know that feeling. I was always disappointed because every time the sirens came on, I ran out to the front porch. I'm like, I want to see it! I never did actually physically see a tornado the 12 years I lived there.
I did see tornadoes. It actually took out our permanent party barracks when I was in the military on base. It hit on base. And that was scary.
It's kind of wild, an invisible force moving shit around. It's just blowing everything, but you can't see anything physically moving it. Kind of wild.
Brit's back.
Hey, all right. Britt survived. I've been in one. Not fun. Fair enough, Britt. I haven't been in any. When I lived there in Oklahoma, we went out the front porch looking for it. It's like, all right. Apparently, Bristow has an Indian blessing. So the tornado would come to Bristow and then lift up, go over, and then drop back down. It happened a couple times. It was weird as hell. Nader went south. Good to hear. Okay, so it says, look up.
You missed some stuff up there.
Did I?
Yeah.
I missed a lot.
Yeah. After he was in Sleepy Hollow, I started talking about how the weather is getting really, really intense very early in the season. If you look at heat maps of the ocean currents right now that typically bring the storms northward, it actually is significantly warmer than it was the year that Hurricane Katrina slammed into Louisiana, right? And this is the whole thing that creates those hurricanes, is those warm temperature currents coming up, and they're a lot hotter than they were that year. It's happening very rapidly. That we're seeing crazy weather happening. Like, I mean, we've already seen 2 Walking Man tornadoes that we know of happen this year, and this is early in the season. You know, like, we've seen very big storms happening. There's quite a few nations that are underwater right now. Like, there's significant coastal flooding. I mean, we saw that in Dubai earlier in the year, and I know that there's some countries over in Asia that are currently underwater right now as well. Like, it's too early to be this bad, but yeah. You're still muted, Serenity.
Thank you. So Jason, thank you, buddy, for the shout out there. And yeah, I am always trying to make it better, because truth is, I'm here for you guys, and that's why I do this. It's not for me. I can tell you honestly, straight up, I'll share a secret with you guys. If you want to be a content creator, last month, the last 30 days, I made $78 for the month. That's it, including subscriptions. So it is not a get rich quick idea. It is really about having the passion of education and the community. So thank you, brother. And every piece of input helps, even if it's that I'm doing it right by asking questions. That helps. That lets me know that, hey, I'm on the right path. So thank you.
Yeah, we got a whole whopping $131 payment for 2 months.
Woohoo! Can I retire?
No. No, I get to kill the second job first.
Fair enough. Okay, that works. So, no, and it does mean a lot. So, Jason, even telling me that, hey, you really don't have a good suggestion, hopefully other people do, that's a suggestion. That's interaction. That lets me know that, hey, you're here, you're part of it, and you like being part of it. So, just being here and enjoying this content means the world, brother. Thank you. Britt says, always went around at B-Town. Yeah, it did always go around B-Town. It was so weird. I was so disappointed. It's been a bad season for sure. Probably going to see a lot more NATOs and more intense. Yeah, things are getting nuts out there. Okay, Ashley has a funny story. Okay, my 16th anniversary is next week. All right, congrats! Woohoo! 16 years, that's a long time.
Yeah,
Gosh, man.
That is.
We flew from England to Tulsa for the ceremony, and the morning of the wedding got hit by a tornado. It was a mess. All the glass ship. Oh, man, I don't know. Is that like a warning sign? On your anniversary, a tornado strikes you? What do you guys think?
Yeah, but she's made
Sounds
it
like a
16
warning.
years.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe that's just a test, proving that you can withstand and endure anything Mother Nature or creation can throw at you. So, man, that's pretty impressive.
Sounds good to me.
I like it. Oh my God, Ashley, welcome to Tulsa. Yes, lived in Tulsa. I know it. I know what you're talking about. I feel you. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I really am. I promise. Congrats on the anniversary, Ashley. Sorry to hear about the whirlwind of activity while you're on vacation. Yeah, how was your vacation? It was wild. What else did you say?
Nothing gets more wild than that, to be honest. Aside from the one couple that went on vacation for their anniversary to New Caledonia from Australia, and then the entire nation went into revolution, and now they can't go back home.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I saw that article. I saw that one. That is crazy.
Yep. New Caledonia is currently trying to push France's occupation out. And if you realize that New Caledonia is off the coast of Australia, and you start to ask yourself, why are they still under France occupation anyway? Then that's a good question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And yeah, we're all about asking questions here. So yeah, that is crazy. I couldn't even imagine. It's like, okay, so we're on our vacation. Oh, guess what? Now all of a sudden we're soldiers in a war that's not even ours. How the hell did that work? You've been drafted.
That reminds me of the movie Secondhand Lions,
Good movie.
where
Good
they
little
are.
movie.
I can't remember where they were at, but yeah, they ended up partying with the soldiers, and they woke up on the soldiers' boat going to war.
Oops.
Yeah. That was a fantastic movie. If you've never
Oh, yeah.
seen that movie, it is a slower like drama, right? But it is a fantastic movie.
Oh, it's
Secondhand Lions.
I will check that out because I don't think I've seen it.
It's worth the watch.
Okay. I like this. And Alpha says, congrats on the anniversary. 16 years is awesome. That is a long time to not kill somebody. Trust me. I don't know how I'm still alive.
No comment.
Yeah.
No.
You guys only put up with me a couple hours a week. I mean, could you imagine this every day?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's because love is not about the kissing, the holding hands, the dates, the sex, right? It's about being with someone who makes you happy in a way that no one else can. It's about being with someone who accepts you and your weirdness. It's about being yourself around them, and they can be authentic with you.
Sleeping pills and coffee.
Alpha,
No,
what the hell, man?
Serenity considers himself lucky when he wakes up every morning that I haven't smothered him in his sleep.
Oh.
You see, at least sleeping pills and coffee is better. You know, the coffee is
Right.
going to decrease the
He
effect of
doesn't
the
drink
sleeping
coffee.
pill. Ah. Sleeping pills and tea? No, in his pizza. Yes.
In his Mio.
Definitely gonna have his pizza.
Yeah.
See?
Speaking of
Got it.
Mio, Serenity.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will. I will do that. Absolutely. So, Keck? You asked me on the Keck part.
Keck is it's a bastardization of LOL.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. That helps. And of course, everybody's laughing because, yes, as you guys know, I have 3 rules of happiness. This is how I stay this happy. People ask me, like, how are you always so positive? Well, I got 3 rules. 1, I woke up above the dirt. Now you know why I'm so excited about that. 2, I'm not on fire. Well, as an electrician, that's a real risk. That can happen. So, yeah, high voltage will set you on fire. So I'm not on fire. That's good. And 3, I'm not in jail. Why? Because I've been there. It's not a lot of fun. Even though it was only a couple little overnighters, nothing major, thank God. But yeah, putting somebody like me with my energy and attitude locked in a little cell by myself, dude, that's like cruel and unusual punishment. That is not okay. So those are my 3 rules. As long as I'm not one of those 3, man, I'm golden. You keep all those balls juggling in the air. Yeah, that's always fun. Let's get doctors as well as some. And there you go. See, I like that. Phil's scared of me. He's got the doctorates. I've got the balls. No one's died. That's impressive, Ashley. So, yes, Wild Angel mentioned the Mio. So, as you guys know, I talked about this, I think it was last week, mentioned to you that some concerned individuals, thank you so much for sharing your concern, have noticed that I seem to lose words or train of thought a little more easily as time has gone on over the last year or so. You guys have noticed this in the streams and things like that. So, got a doctor's appointment. Yes, I'm going to go get a full physical, blood check, make sure everything's golden. But I started really analyzing. That's one thing I recommend everybody do in your life is self-analyzation. Take a look around. How can you be better? Things like that. And I noticed since I was trying to stop drinking as much soda as I used to when I was doing construction, because you can ask Crow, I'd go through like a gallon and a half of soda in an 8-hour time frame. I had this big ass mug, soda. Trying to do better, so I was drinking more water. But water tastes like, I don't know, stagnant cardboard. It's nasty. So I've been drinking Mio Energy, as you guys have heard me say time and time again. Well, I noticed I was drinking Mio Energy right up until the time I tried to go to bed. Well, then I don't sleep for shit, and I'd wake up 5 and 6 times a night. So over the last few days, I have cut back on Mio Energy, and I stopped drinking it at dinner time, like 6 o'clock, because that's when I have my last soda for the day. Have a soda with dinner. Then I'm drinking a water additive, Mio, but not energy, just flavoring. That seems to be helping. I seem to be a little less scattered over the last couple days, so maybe that's part of it. So if you are doing energy drinks, things like that, I would recommend stop them at a reasonable time in the afternoon, because if you keep taking them through the night, you're just not going to sleep, and it's going to screw you up. You can end up crazy like me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't realize you've been drinking energy drinks like consistently all day. What is,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
what is
Overstim.
wrong with you?
It's overstim.
Never mind. Don't answer.
Would you like that in diagnosis, severity, or
Serenity went
alphabet?
from Serenity. Might as well just do
Okay.
monster, you know. But anyway, you went from bad to worse.
Well,
Damn.
simple fact is,
Yeah, no,
if there's a way to fuck it up, I can do it.
Yeah. It was, I think, an
Evidently.
overdose on B vitamins, which is what's the
Ooh.
active thing in Mio.
Mhm.
To be Mio energy is B vitamins, and I think he was overstimming.
Oh,
Mm.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Quite possible.
but
Kinda reminds me.
we're gonna get him into the doc and get a good workup, and just make sure it's not something bigger, like he needs a lobotomy or something.
Ooh, dip.
That's given.
Someone's gonna stick a needle in his head. Or maybe all of us like it just a little bit.
A little
He's
deeper.
gonna come out of there looking like he belongs in the next Crow movie. Pardon the fun.
That was good. I like that one. Captain comes in. You know, Britt, I do the same thing with soda. I can drink soda straight up until I go to bed and sleep peacefully.
Same.
Yeah. Chemical makeup. Something in, especially, I don't know if it's autistic or just the ADHD. Everything for me goes backwards. Now I take a Benadryl. Dude, I'm out for 16 hours, solid, guaranteed.
Same.
You too?
It's because autistic brains require higher sugar content while you're sleeping. So if you're someone who finds yourself waking up to root around in the fridge and trash panda in the middle of the night, right? or you wake up and your stomach is queasy and you feel sick to your stomach, it's because your glucose drops more so than it should while you are asleep, because your brain is sucking up a lot more glucose than it's supposed to, right?
I want to put a sensor on him for like 2 weeks just to see what happens.
It would be a good idea to at least chart it and track it. And so that is one of the reasons why a lot of autistic people wind up self-medicating in a sense with drinking sugary sodas all the way right up into bed, or drinking their coffee that they add a lot of sugar to, or snacking on sweet things, high carb things before bed, you know, things like that, right?
Gage.
Because
Guilty.
it helps.
Guilty. Now that reminds me, it's like if I want to sleep, if I really want to sleep, I have a bag of sweets. I have like a few sugary sweets, and I know the moment I'm finished, my eyes are going to start dipping. I'm going to be like, yeah.
Well, that's why. I may not have my PhD, but I collect enough useless facts to eventually come up with useful ones.
I'm learning stuff all the time. That's one of the reasons why I like being on this show. I'm always learning something from you.
Awesome. Just him? Not the rest of us? Wow, thanks. I thought you loved me.
Oh my gosh, I have family members who do that. When you give one person a compliment, the rest of them are like, well, what about me? And it drives me nuts because I didn't mean to exclude anybody else. And it's like this total guilt trip thing. Sorry, but this is like a total sore point with me, Serenity. I love you too. Just because I complimented Sai doesn't mean I don't think you're awesome too.
You love him more than me. I thought you cared. I don't know. How'd I do?
I'm gonna go put him down. I'll be right back.
You need gas money?
Don't do it gently.
I have the pillow.
I totally get it, Smiley, because I scrolled across a TikTok the other day where someone was modeling, if you have X trauma, it's probably because your parent was like this, and then they acted out their parent coming in and like flicking on the lights and being like, why is it so dark in here? And like, oh, and then it winds up becoming a huge fight about how you don't want to be around them. And then you're the bad person all of a sudden.
Yes.
And they acted this out, and oh my god, I was so triggered. And it
Just
was
listening
like,
to
holy
that
crap.
triggered me. The
Brittany,
way listening
we
to
need-
that triggered me.
That's crazy. Brittany, we need a psychological assessment.
Oh, no, I perform my own. That's the thing. Like, you know, I root out that cause, and that's the whole part about you're responsible for your own self-introspection. You know,
Right.
like
Mhm.
because when we make decisions based off of emotional feeling, our brain doesn't remember things unless there's emotion associated with it, right? And
Right.
a lot of us learn to bottle those emotions up because we were told you're being too emotional. Autistic people feel emotion very deeply, right? And so we're the ones told you're, being too emotional. And so we learn to bottle it up. And then we're told we're cold and calculating, right? When in reality, we ignore that. But the problem is, if you don't address an emotion that you had because of something in your past and have the self introspection to find the why do I feel this way? Why is this a behavior of mine? Why do I push people away when they want to be close? Those sort of behaviors. If you find out the why, right, you can then understand the emotion. You are meant to constantly be moving forward, right? And if you are anchoring your behaviors based off of emotions from the past that other people have done to you, right? You're denying yourself growth. You're still the same kid who was affected by that. You're never going to actually mature as a person and grow and reach self-actualization because you're anchoring yourself in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big recovery concept.
Very much so.
But it's hard when you live with the person who triggers you the most and that person doesn't change and you're trying really hard to change and they know like all of the buttons that push to make you go crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. And to stay patient and calm and move beyond that, that's been a challenge for me. So
I want you to listen very closely.
yes, sir.
The hardest part of growth is realizing that not all relationships are meant to grow with you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's a good point.
And that's one thing I can speak about wholeheartedly is through recovery and stuff. I realized that my whole addiction was caused by codependency, and I'd never heard of it. I didn't even know what the hell it was, but I found out I was a classic rescuer, and I was always drawn to victims. Now, give you a real short synopsis how it was described to me as rescuers. Have you seen the movie Misery?
Yes.
With the author wrecks his car, then he
Stephen King.
heals him up. Yeah. I've read the book too. It's awesome. So long story short, a rescuer is great because they will find a bird with a broken wing. And this is how my counselor described it. And they will take it home and they will nurse it back to health. And they'll make it just all perfect. And then just before they let it go, they'll break its wing again so they can rescue it again. Because unless we can rescue something, we no longer have worth. So I would heal people, then I would intentionally break them. That's sadistic. That's screwed up. That's a rescuer. That's what they do. And Misery is a prime example of it. And I realized that what I had to do was set healthy boundaries. So not only did I have to work on myself, stop being a rescuer, let people do their own stuff. If they truly need help, advise. And then if they simply can't do it, then assist. But not jump in and say, hey, let me do that for you because I'm a superhero. And it was really hard. But what I had to do is I had to make healthy boundaries. And that means, just like Cyril said, I had to cut some people out of my life. I'd say, no, you are unhealthy for me. So I can hang out with you from time to time at events, go to dinner, things like that. Can you live here? No. And my oldest son, I love him to death. But he is one that has a line. They are welcome to come over and visit, but they cannot stay here because it's unhealthy. And it's my own family. And so I've explained this, we've talked about it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I can't do it. Your family and the way they interact with the family here is unhealthy. So I have to draw the line of a healthy boundary. And if that offends you, I'm very sorry about that, but this is the way it has to be because I can't go back into who I was. And Smiley, that's the hardest thing is, just like Cyril said, is when you grow from who you are. If somebody doesn't want to grow with you, unfortunately, they're not going to be around you. And you have to make that choice. Are you going to live for you or are you going to live for them?
No, it's true, but it's emotionally hard to let that go. It's like severing a part of yourself, and that's hard.
I gotta say, I was really proud of Serenity this last week, because in the past, when I come up with a project that involves lumber and power tools, he would just kind of do the whole, okay, I'm going to do this. So I built my planter boxes last week. And the only thing he did, he had it in his brain that they were going to be a certain way. Well, I had them cut the wood for me at Lowe's so that they were something I could manage with the intent that I would build these myself. And so, but when I started getting out there, all he did is say, I'm making a suggestion, pre-drill the holes. And I'm like, oh.
Wood from splitting.
Right. Especially when it starts swelling with water and everything. So it was something I hadn't thought about, but I had the screws, I had the impact, I had everything else, but I hadn't thought about pre-drilling the holes. And so I'm like, cool. I kept waiting for him the whole time to come out and take over, but he didn't. You're muted, Serenity.
He knows.
And I was so proud of him because that's not something he would have done in the past. He allowed me to grow and make them myself. And it was really kind of cool.
And, honestly, Wild Angel, I was proud of you for doing it. And I don't want to take that opportunity away from you. I really don't.
And that is such a drastic turnaround from the way he used to be. And so it works.
Yay.
It can be tough because part of the reason why people who are default rescuers, right? Part of the reason why, and you can always tell when someone is that personality type, if they're the one who has to do everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they behave that way is, and why I behaved that way too, is because part of rescuing people is protecting them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you take it further and further and further to then you start orchestrating it so that they never wind up in a situation that could be dangerous, right?
Oh.
To then, okay, I know that they're going to want it a certain way, and I know that they're going to feel upset if they accidentally mess it up because they don't have the skills I have to do that thing. So to avoid her feeling upset, I'm gonna just step in and build it, because I'm going like loops and loops and loops of trying to make sure that she's always happy and always taken care of and always protected to the point where I did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Serenity's learning that too.
Yeah, I learned that a few years ago, and it's one of those, it's a hard road, Smile. So, yeah, I mean, we've all been through different journeys of our growth, and everybody's going to be different. So just because ours is one way doesn't mean yours is the same way. Yours is unique to you. So don't think that ours is worse than yours. We would never say that because we've learned. Everybody's trauma is different, but they are all trauma. So nobody has it worse than anybody else. And if they think they do, well, there's a song called Special by Shinedown. Go listen to it because the whole concept is you're not special. And, yeah.
Something else to remember, like experience is relative, right? So if you have a kid and the worst pain they have ever experienced is a stubbed toe, then to them, that is the worst. That is going to feel relatively to them just as bad as you having your arm sawn off with no anesthesia, right? Because that'll be the worst thing you ever experienced. It is all relative, and so just because somebody didn't go through a life that was as shitty as yours doesn't mean that it didn't mess them up in the same way, right? And we all had to go. Growth is always up, right? We're all growing the same direction.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to scroll the comments through, guys. I'm really not ignoring, I promise. It just, everything's flowing so much. I keep popping them up here, but we are reading them and we are responding. And I love the fact you guys are having all these great comments. Yeah, right. Never compare trauma. You're right. That was one of the hardest things for most people. Because like, oh, how was your day? Oh, mine was terrible. Look what happened. Oh, well, yours is bad. Well, listen to mine. And we're always trying to one up. It's like, hey, I got a challenge for everybody out there. Okay. Pay attention. You want to one up somebody. You want to be better than somebody. Be happier. Spread more positivity. spread some ducks, make people smile. I challenge you to make more people smile than I make smile tomorrow. There you go. Let's see if can you do it.
I like that challenge.
I'll take that challenge.
Yeah.
Hey!
Bring it on. How many people can you make smile tomorrow? Imagine if we all did that. If we all showed a little more compassion, a little more empathy, just a little politeness. It doesn't take much. A little duck. Seriously, you can change the world one duck at a time, baby. Yeah. Quack, quack.
One quacker at a time.
Ooh, I like that. That's good. There you go. Well, I said I totally can. Okay, so that says trauma is not something you can judge anyone or try to put a scale on it. It's just trauma and it sucks. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it's also a blessing because personally, I'm thankful for my addiction. I'm thankful for the trauma I had to go through because had I not experienced that rock bottom impact, facing the dirt, homelessness, man, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So you know what? I have to look back and say, as horrible as it was, I'm thankful for it because it probably saved my life. Guaranteed saved my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm right there with him.
I always look back to when I was in a relationship with a lady for like 2 years, practically living with her, and we had a really harsh breakup, and I was distraught about it. I mean, one of the very much lower points of my life. And then my girlfriend, now my girlfriend, contacted me, saying, "Hey, how's life going? What's going on?" And I spilled my soul out to her, and started talking, and then ended up playing Dead by Daylight with her one night, or Dead by Daylight with her one night. And Serenity hopped on, and everyone hopped on. We're all playing, have a good time. And he said these magic words. He goes, "All right, everyone, we have to go to bed early tonight because we have to do siding tomorrow." And I cracked a joke saying it sounds like fun. He's like, "Oh yeah? Then show up." It's like, "Okay then. What's your address?" And I showed up the next day. And since then, my life has been changed for the better.
Good.
Or the crazier.
Yay.
A little bit of both.
That's the thing. You just got to do the thing, right?
Right.
You know, like there only ever is now, right?
Right.
Yesterday is just what already happened, and you are lucky enough to remember it. You know, if you think about it, the only thing it gives you is lessons. You're choosing to take the trauma with, right? And it's about understanding that and the lessons that you really learned from it, right? That will let you move forward, you know, and continue experiencing the now. And so just do the thing, you know, stop worrying about the life you want and make the decisions that you envision you would make in the future now. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between staying doing what you're doing and, you know, starting your own business or, you know, going through the pain of cutting some people off who aren't healthy for you so that in 5 years from now, you can be happy and healthy and find relationships that love you for you, right? That aren't trying to manipulate you or take their traumas out on you.
Mm-hmm.
Or 5 years from now, are you still going to be in the same situation? I mean, that's the choice. Just do the thing. Pick the future you want.
First we drink the coffee, then we do the thing.
Yes. And as my daughter loves to say, if you do the thing and you do it right and you don't fuck it up, it works. It just works.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. And it's that fear of failure, the figuring out how to do it right. You know, like, I'm sorry, but would you expect your baby to be able to run a 5K? No, there's a lot of prerequisite growth that has to happen, right? Would you expect that tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to be CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation? No, there's a lot of prerequisite steps that have to happen, right?
Bummer.
So why are you trying to skip the growth?
Mm.
And on top of that, why are you afraid of growth? That's how you grow. So why not take that challenge? Take that risk. Say yes. Say, yeah, I'm going to do it today. Why? I don't know, because it's today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, today. This is when I'm going to do it.
Embrace the suck. It's what brings about the growth.
There's so many places I could take that comment, but I won't. I'll keep it at least
I really
R-rated.
tell my wife not to say it because she just walked out here and heard me say that. That's the very first thing she heard me say. So I think it's probably overdue to end the show now. And I'm probably gonna go.
That was great. Duck it and embrace it. I like that. That's good, Ashley. I love it. And yeah, like Ash says, I cannot be the mom I am without the trauma. It made me know what to change and what to heal the future generation from. I built my mama shield. Good girl. And you know, Ashley, that's one of the most important things, especially as a parent. They're going to learn from us, whether we want them to or not. And so I've had to have some very hard conversations with my children. Like, man, I was an addict. I was going through this. I'm sorry for the trauma I caused. I can't go back and fix that. What I can do is show you the right way to do it now so you don't repeat the same cycle. Because, see, my dad was the same way. He was an alcoholic. Okay, we won't go into that. But I've had a generational stepping stones of trauma. And so somebody has to break the cycle. They got to say, no, it's got to stop, and it's going to stop now. Because if I don't do it, then my kids are going to repeat it. So, Ashley, I'm proud of you, girl, because it is not easy to do. And, hey, you lose a lot of friends, a lot of family, and a lot of people just aren't going to agree with you. That's okay. You're doing it for the right reasons. So, we start off with games. Then we went with gambling. Now we're in self-help and trauma. What the hell is wrong with us, people?
The censor blocked my comment. I was going to add, and if the parent, and if your parent doesn't make that choice to grow, have the introspection, I mean, come on, they're an adult, right? So that you could have better too. And they're still not, despite you trying to say, hey, you know, these are things that you've done or ways you've made me feel because of XYZ, right? And they still choose not to acknowledge it or just say, well, I'm sorry you had it so bad, right? It's okay to cut them off.
Or at least cut them back.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Biggest thing is healthy boundaries. Decide what is healthy and what is not healthy. And if that's people, places, things. And those are 3 important things. Don't go back to places. Don't go back to people. And don't go back to things that cause you to use, to feel that trauma, to drink, to whatever it is. If it's causing you pain, uncertainty, or unsettling feelings, it's probably unhealthy. Now, some fears are natural. That's a good thing. It's like your fear of skydiving. Okay, that's part of fear of trying something new. Very different from fear of trauma. So make sure you understand those. Do some self-analysis with yourself. And personally, I love to sit in the bathtub. Water helps me a ton.
Bye, Sai.
Bye.
See you guys later. Have a good night. It's been
Okay,
fun.
you out here?
You.
I missed it. Bye, Sorrow. Night, goodbye. So, guys, it is time to wrap all this up. And it's been a great conversation. We are way over on our time, but that's okay. We had a blast. So, now, Alpha Cruz, you've been awful quiet, buddy, so I'm going to turn the floor over to you to say your farewells and share your last thoughts with us, brother.
Hello?
You're not coming through.
He's probably asleep and dreaming.
Oh,
It's like 3 a.m. his time, poor guy.
I know. Oh,
Mike
it's Mike
is having issues.
Damn.
How about I unmute? That always helps. Okay, Smiley, well, he's fixing his mic, so Smiley, I'll turn it over to you, my dear. What are your thoughts in closing discussions? What do you like to share with us?
It was a really, really good show. I had a great time. I love how we just can talk about anything. It's like there's no rules. And that is really good for me. It frees me up to be creative and just think about things, except for the point when you put me on the spot. But I will think about how to make the show better. But honestly, I love the show already. I love Down Home Crypto already. But I will try to think of something that's actionable.
Awesome. I love it because, yeah, I figured there's always room for improvement. So,
Yeah.
And this also hopefully helps you on your journey as a content creator. That I never want you to be stagnant. I always want you to grow,
Right.
push the edge.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Alpha, you back?
I'm not sure. Can you hear
Yes.
it?
Yay, you are.
Finally. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happened with my mic sometimes. I think maybe it's just going. But I will say, I like how, what was it? think you said, you gotta try that something new. Like, that's it. Sometimes you just gotta do that something. You're like, it's today. It's not tomorrow. It's today. I'm a very good procrastinator, so sometimes I'm just like, I want to do it tomorrow, but you know what? Today's a good day too. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow I'll find something else to do. So kind of just have to sometimes tell yourself that today's a good day. Let me do it.
I love it. Well said, sir. So, and it's easy to do. It's easy to say, I'll do that tomorrow or next week. And man, I've got projects that have been running for years. And that's okay, because every once in a while I just get wild hair and I get up and I just go start doing it. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm working on this. Why now? Why not?
Exactly.
So, yeah, just got to do it, man. Just dive in both feet. Don't worry about what's at the bottom. Just jump. I'm good with that.
Just wing it.
Yeah, totally. So, Crow, what do you think, my man? Share your thoughts, brother.
Thank you all for joining us for this crazy, crazy night. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Crow. That wasn't you. It was fine.
It's all good.
Oh man, that comment came out of nowhere.
That's great, Smiley. I love it. That's awesome.
With duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything.
It does.
And if not WD-40, one of the two is going to fix it.
Just duck it.
Oh
Make
my
it
gosh.
crack, man.
Okay, if you can stop laughing, Crow, go ahead, buddy.
If anyone here has got any suggestions about the portion of Freaky Friday that's going to be D&D, please put in the Down on Crypto journal chat. We can talk about it. Make this an awesome experience.
Like it. Okay, love, what do you got?
Okay, real quick. What was Wild Angel working on this week?
Ooh.
So Henry's about ready to get emailed.
Wow.
You can email a pig? Cool. How do you do that? Science is evolving. Shit, we can send shit in email now.
Teleportation. Anyway, Henry's about ready to get shipped off. They did the drawing, and so he has an owner now. I'm not going to do any spoilers because I don't know if it's been released yet. But so this week I have worked on some baby dino stuff. And little diaper cover with a hat with little spikies and a little
Aw.
snuggie. And I'm currently working on, this is going to be a Triceratops. This is where his bone shield thing will be. And it's actually like a baby toy.
Oh, how cute.
I've got 2 dinos because a friend of mine at work is having a boy and they're doing dinos. And so I'm doing baby dino stuff. And then I'm also
Wow.
working on a blanket with circles with other circles inside.
Oh,
And there's
That's cute.
actually 5 color combinations. I'm working on putting the white around them. And that's going to be another project. What do I have coming up? I don't know what I've got coming up. But we might have a secret surprise for next week.
ooh.
I'm just going to leave you with that teaser. You'll have to tune in and find out.
Okay.
Have a new Wild Angel surprise for next week.
Ooh.
So, and I'll let you know how the rock climbing went.
Yes, please do.
And, happiness every day is a choice.
It's true.
So even when I'm working a 15-hour day, I'm still laughing and smiling with people because I'm
Aw.
choosing to make it good. I don't have to be miserable.
Right.
I choose not to be miserable. So some days it's a little harder than others, but it is what it is, and I just make the best of it. What'd you need, Crow?
Okay, I can't type it in the chat for some reason, but Alpha, if you need any help with learning D&D, DM me. I've been teaching people how to play it for years, so I'm more than happy to do that.
Yay.
But I couldn't post it. That's all.
Cool.
You're muted, Serenity.
Damn it. Push the button, do the thingy, and it just works. It works. Yeah. So, and I totally lost my train of thought. I forget what it was. Anyway, so let's go back because Ashley, I can't contain myself. My parakeet is raping my pigeon. I'm trying to be present, but what the hell?
I think you made Crow spit.
No, it was just the smoke from the vape.
Oh.
The image in my head of that.
No, get that out.
Ashley, you got some serious problems going on there. I understand you're not present. That's fair. I mean, if one critter's raping another, you gotta step in. There's times you have to intervene. That's not rescuer. That's just saving. That's okay. That's good. It really it did catch everyone off guard. And you know what? That's one thing I love to do, Alpha, is I love to throw things out there. And it's great. Blueberry is having issues and Pie is going through a very hard time.
I imagine.
They're trying to make blueberry pie.
Oh my gosh.
It just gets weirder and weirder. Yeah. It's towards the end of the stream. We can be X-rated. It's okay. We won't get in too much trouble here. Oh, God. So, for more good laughs, now we were talking about the Saturday Night Live clip. Cyril shared this with me before he left. Here's the link to it. Definitely go check it out. And I will be looking at it because I want to know about the cowbell thing. So, I definitely have some understanding there. I keep trying to separate him. I'm going really bad. That small monster is able to come from flight, and I'm grounded.
He's cheating.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
unfair.
he's cheating.
Advantage.
Yeah. No cheating. Okay, well, we're
It's
just
called a
bending the
net.
rules. Ooh, there you go. I like that.
We've got a small net because of all our birds.
Yeah, we do. So I definitely want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight and having fun with us, and also for sharing your opinions and beliefs and ideas and your honest opinion. How can we make things better? And I'm going to keep coming up with some crazy ideas. So I really need you guys to help me guide it in the right direction.
I like your crazy ideas, Serenity. They're fun.
Thank you, dear. I try to be. I try to make life fun because I think everything can be enjoyable. Even some of the most traumatic things, whether it be recovery, it be whatever you're going through, can always find the silver lining. Because I guarantee, no matter how dark it gets, there's always a glimmer of light somewhere. All we have to do is find it, and from there, focus on that stuff.
Blueberry.
Exactly. Yeah, pie and blueberry. Hey, you got blueberry pie. Dessert at your place. All right, Ashley's got blueberry pie. I'll bring the whipped cream. We're good. Wow, that just got really kinky, didn't it?
God damn it.
It's only weird if you make it weird. Okay, that's what Crow always says.
Yeah. I say the dumbest things, and then Tony just goes, "Hey," I'm like, "It's only weird if you make it weird."
Right.
And I'm a star at making things weird just because it's fun. You ever do things just get reactions? Sometimes you got to do it just to shake up the world a little bit. Have some fun. Don't be the one going with the grain. Stand out a little bit. We're all unique and special. So I challenge each of you to make everybody tomorrow smile a little bit more and stand out. Let them know that you're there. You're you, and you're not just one of the sheep moving along the flock. That's what makes you a superhero in my book. So I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. And as always, hey, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about us, because we're going to do this every Friday. What's it going to be about? Hell, I don't know. I make this shit up as I go. That's half the fun of it. So have a great weekend, everybody. And as I proved, stay safe, because it's getting sketchy out there. Whether it's tornadoes or it's crypto, man, the world's a dangerous place. So have fun, but be wise about it. So everybody take care, and we'll catch you next week.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.